The upper 70s and low 80s. Dew points decreasing, dropping down toward 50, and a northwest breeze at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's clear to partly cloudy tonight, lows 55 to 60. We'll see sun mixing with clouds Thursday, highs in the low 80s. Some showers arrive tomorrow night, chance for thunder, low near 60. And then partly sunny Friday, still the chance for a shower or two, highs in the low 80s. Saturday looks partly sunny as well with the chance for a shower, highs in the low 80s. A mix of sun and clouds Sunday, highs back into the low 80s. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
Dow's up 119 points, the NASDAQ is down 103, and the S&P is down 10. Afternoon baseball on TIC. Red Sox finish up their series in Colorado against the Rockies. 3:10. We'll take air with the first pitch here on WTIC News Talk 1080. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
When my wife and I got married after both graduating law school, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. Ultima had to give me her gas card just to drive home. We never could have imagined that one day we would have the largest injury firm in the world and $25 billion in money collected and counting. As good Catholics, we had 4 children fast. They all work in the firm today. Our family protecting yours. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. But our greatest gift was years away, grandchildren. Today we have 6 and counting. It's the greatest joy that we have ever experienced. I think about them all day long. Our family promises to protect your family should you need us. Call us. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com and make sure you hug your grandchildren. God's final gift to us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial pound law.
Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Wesley Financial.
From baby boomers through Gen Z, every generation leaves money on the table by buying into certain financial myths. Financial planner Sherry Greco-Rikis says Gen Z, for example, is slow to save.
Delaying early investments.
She says one thing is true regardless of age.
Whether you're Generation Z or you're retired, live within the means that you have.
I'm Rob Hart.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
Are you a commercial building owner in southern New England? Are you frustrated with your roof services? Contact Eagle Rivet Roof Service today. Our skilled technicians provide tailored roof repair and maintenance programs to maximize your building's lifespan. With 24/7 emergency response and comprehensive service options, we are Greater New England's trusted commercial roofing provider. Visit EagleRivet.com for a complimentary inspection or call 860-953-1231. Protect your investment with Eagle Rivet.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
Hey, shh, calm
calm down. The show is about to start. Reese on the radio. Turn it up. Turn it up loud. Turn it up loud.
It's like a dream come true.
Reese is on the radio.
Yo, let's get it.
Due to the nature of this program, discretion does not exist. It's Reese on the radio. Right now on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Yeah! Oh, the Democrats are rocked. Damn. What's up, all you scallywags, nutmeggers, conversationalists, young and old, and of course you haters, who I, by the way, have not heard from since last night. It's Reese on the radio on WTIC News Talk 1080. Why have I not heard from the haters? Are you shaking in your boots? I'd be shaking in the boots. It wasn't like you weren't warned. It wasn't like I didn't tell you. You doubted me anyway. That's fine. That's okay. I tell you, I got to earn your trust every day. I know the drill. It's like, it doesn't matter. You know what? It's the old saying, right? All you have to do is be wrong once and they'll never trust you. Which is why I keep... Who is the Congresswoman, Rozan, who of course is in the house? My lovely wife is here. Hello, my dear.
Hello, darling.
Anne Dauphiné. And I'm pronouncing her name probably, but you've seen her at least twice, maybe 3 times now.
Okay.
I introduced you to her. She was at George Austin's headquarters.
Okay.
And she was the woman I was sitting down with having a conversation.
Okay, yeah.
She's also the same woman you saw at the Capitol building.
Okay.
And we were walking down the street. Remember, she didn't recognize me, but she had been on the show. She and I were having a conversation.
Okay.
And she was talking about people asking her opinion about topics of the day. Maybe a Republican said this. In fact, we were in a conversation about the Jaden McCormack stuff. And she was talking about, people who are coming to her saying this and saying that. And I don't even know how to respond when these people always want my opinion. And I don't go running to the mic, when people ask me. And I said, I've said to people, I will never tell you what I think. I've been known to, but I try very hard not to tell people what I think. Why? Because anybody can do that. I tell people what I know. And she's looked at me, she says, I get that. Because that's important. What you know is important. What you think, anybody can do that. And then that becomes the soundbite. And if you're wrong about it, or if you say something, I don't know, misperceived, it becomes a problem. So I tell people what I know. And what I know, as I've been telling you since I started here, that the Democrat Party was going to run into an issue with its extreme leftist socialist wing.
Yep.
And you were not going to be able to stop them because you don't have the guts to. Once you told yourself, and this is, I'll use one of my old phrases, if you set the table, you must eat from it. So what did Democrats do? Democrats, we're talking by and large, run-of-the-mill, so-called moderates, Democrats. What did you do? You got on to this idea that says you cannot condemn or even question the New World Order. And what was the New World Order? You had to say that Michael Brown had his hands up and said, don't shoot. You had to adhere. And if you questioned it, you were completely excised out of polite society. Trayvon Martin did not ground and pound George Zimmerman, and George Zimmerman was now a white Hispanic, a distinction that had never been called something ever until the New York Times wrote it. If you didn't agree with it, excised out of polite society.
true story.
Mm-hmm.
Even because in the times like prior to Juneteenth in Texas, they would hang Negroes and Mexicans.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones that ever got lynched in Texas were the Negroes and the Mexicans. We were, however, hanged from different trees because,
segregation.
Right, we had to be and that is based in fact, people. You can look that up. We were never considered white. It's never a thing.
So the idea that you would make us all adhere to this political correctness where nothing could be questioned, nothing could be objectively true, and we had to run through fantasy land to appease the most radical in your party. Now you're stuck with it.
Good luck.
And the worst part is that you have to think of this as if you would a terrorist organization. If you sympathize with them and then they blow everything up, they usually go after their own. Now, this is true in every leftist society. Listen close so that you understand, okay? Here's my proof to what I'm saying, and it is undeniable because when I say it, you're going to be thinking, like, never really thought of that. Okay, hold on. In Iraq and Afghanistan, who were the biggest victims of suicide bombing and bombing attacks? Who are the largest victims?
I know this.
What's the answer?
They would strap bombs to children and women.
But who would they attack more? Who are the number of people who would usually succumb or as victims in Iraq and Afghanistan?
It was usually their own people.
Thank you.
It was happening.
That's
convoy would drive by. You would not only that child or that pregnant woman would often explode. Mostly the people that were not in an up-armored vehicle were the victims of the explosion.
Exactly. So we knew that. We know that from the casualty count from the Iraq. That's right.
People.
The Iraq and the Afghanistan wars, the largest number of victims were people who were of Muslim descent. Even in Israel, as Gazans as Hezbollah is fighting in Gaza, who were the people they would put in harm's way the most? Their own. Again, this is, another radical leftist ideal. Let's go one step further. Who do black people shoot more?
Roland, you got an answer for that one?
No. It's usually their own, right? Same thing with Democrat socialists. The people they attack the most are their own.
They're called useful idiots. I know people keep ignoring that, but you can go all the way back to the 1930s, and you can watch videos of these Marxists, these communists, these socialists talking about the useful idiot. This isn't a new term. This thing is almost 100 years old.
Just
throwing it out there.
That's exactly right. Now, again, it is always the case. So what would you expect from the Democrat socialists today? The same. Yep. They went after their own. And people have sat around scared to death yesterday and today, have done everything to excuse what's going on, and told us, do not believe your lying eyes. What's happening is happening as a microcosm of the Democrat Party. Well, today, folks, we are going to prove that everything that they said was false. And we've got plenty of sound bites to go through as they try to explain themselves, twist themselves into pretzels, if you will, in order to explain away that Zoran Mamdani is not taking over the Democrat Party, or at least the socialist wing isn't taking over the Democrat Party. We'll make that case and so much more. So stand by for that. That was, again, all of the haters, all of the Democrats, not a word, a peep out of you, coming to me just going, hey, by the way, that wasn't us. we didn't blow up the Democrat Party. This is just an outlier. Trust me, folks, we know. That's why you sat around and you're scared. And I know why you're afraid. And by the way, let me tell you something. Matt Brockman, whatever his name is, the chief of staff for the Lamont campaign. Are you paying attention to Josh Elliott now? Huh? A couple of days ago, you said to, was it the Connecticut Mirror, you're not paying attention to Josh Elliott. Well, Morris Katz and his organization, they had a three-way swing. It was amazing what he did yesterday. And now he's part of the Josh Elliott campaign. And that momentum, you think they're going to let off the gas? They're full throttle today. That guy is all anyone is talking about. Inside the inner circle. I bet you're paying attention now. What choice do you have? And we heard from Lamont's office that says that there is no way that the Lamont campaign is trying to fight for the far left of the party. Really? We're supposed to believe that? Okay. Let's find out whether or not there's another press conference about, corporate cronyism or billionaires paying their fair share from the Lamont's office. I bet your bottom dollar we'll start hearing that. I bet your bottom dollar. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it in due course. You know what else I find interesting, and we'll talk about this today too? Somebody explained to me how the bluest of blue, the left of the left, the No Kings rally, no ICE, Trump is a racist, Connecticut is the most segregated school system in the country. How did that happen? The most segregated school system in the country?
What are we, Alabama?
That's what I'm saying. Connecticut? In the Northeast? In the Atlantic Northeast? Connecticut?
We actually talked about this. Historically, Connecticut was far more racist and anti-civil rights than any other state in the South.
In 2026?
Apparently, I told you, all the old white people that were anti-segregation are now the ones out there crying, no kings, no ICE, but they're also NIMBYs.
Interesting. Well, you know what? The report, we have a report from 1992 and a report from from 2026. I apologize. We compared the notes and to see exactly where it went wrong. We also have another story on the stupidest thing I read today that dovetails into all of this. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I told you folks, everything that you guys told us Connecticut was, you needed fresh eyes. Remember how Donald Trump said in the first State of the Union is that they said this couldn't get done, they couldn't get that done. He says what we needed was a new president. You needed a new radio host. Come on, let's be honest. There were too many people on the inside here who just sort of saw things and said, that's just the way it's done around. You tried to tell me that. When I got here, all of you told me that. You said, Reese, it's just the way that it is. And then I got here and I went, I don't know, I'm looking at it differently. And I needed that. I needed the 30,000-foot view. I needed to look above and I just go start communicating with people. I'm just going, that doesn't make sense, and that doesn't make sense. And you start doing the research, and you start peeling it back and pulling back the layers, and you find out, well, it isn't exactly what it is. Oh, how wild it is that all of a sudden, everybody else is jumping on board. You know, I got to mention this, because there's so much stuff I have to get into. Have you seen this lately on Facebook? Folks, go on your Facebook accounts if you have one, and you're going to see something very wild. So I had Mike Ortiz, Eddie Torres, DM Livingston, and Johnny Cruz. I had all four of those gentlemen on this program. What do these guys do? Street news.
Right.
They are on the street with their phones, and they are showing the news on the ground, doing what I can only describe
What's his name is Nick Shirley style.
Nick Shirley gonzo reporting.
Right.
Right? That's what these guys are doing and have made a niche. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm watching all of these network news stations here in Connecticut, and the reporters are doing the same, reporting from their phones. Total biting.
Oh, my God. Let me draw back a
1980s reference.
Well, 90s.
No, it's 80s. Yeah, that's what we called it, biting in the 80s.
I wasn't old enough to use it in the 80s.
Okay.
We were using it in the 90s, okay? Y'all just biting.
Yeah, it's just like all of a sudden.
Where's the originality?
And
where's the credit? Can we get some royalties off of this,
No,
please?
let's just applaud ourselves.
Applause ain't paying the bills, baby. I'm sorry, I love you, but applause ain't paying the bills.
I'm just saying.
It's not going to put the boy through college. I'm just saying.
That's the point. Dang. That's the point I'm making here. is that all you have to do is come in, 30,000-foot view, start peeling back the layers, and show people how it's done. Next thing you know, the entire landscape changes in an instant. The way that people have been doing it for 30 years, somebody comes in with a new idea, and they can't help themselves. Oh, maybe the guy's got it. Maybe he has a point. I love it. Now that you're listening, pay close attention. When we come back, Rozan's got to deal with a on-phone appointment. But when we come back, before we go to the Red Sox, and you can follow us online, of course, go to reeseontheradio.com or WTIC.com or download the Odyssey app so you can listen in. We're going to break this whole thing down. What's going on with the Democrat Party? Why they should be afraid? And what's next? And the obvious is next. Democrats are going to have to accept the label of Democrat Socialist. A moniker, a label that they have been avoiding for 50, maybe 60 years now.
But that just shows you exactly what socialism is. They eat their own, right? It used to be the Democrat Party. Now it's the Democratic Socialist Party. In New York City, they ousted sitting Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not even a Democrat Party. They are their own entity entirely. I just want to say this practice has happened repeatedly over the last 50 years around the world.
But this was supposed to be impenetrable in some cases. A guy like Dan Goldman is not supposed to be touched.
You know,
a guy like Espeland is supposed to be sacred cows.
You know when they say if you believe in nothing, you'll fall for anything?
That's right.
These Democrats believe in nothing.
Well,
they believe in nothing, and they've slowly been pulled further. Remember when I said I left the Democrat Party? I didn't leave the Democrat Party, it left me. Now the Democrats are going, wait a minute, where's my party? They're all going to, if they're smart, they'll all come over to our side, become normal people, and we will all get together and combat these lunatics.
There's a possibility of that, but we'll explain that later. We got to take a break. We'll come back. More news, more views. I've got early audio sound bites for you. You don't want to miss them when we return. Stand by. It's Reese on the radio.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog and your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Northeast Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds. Have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older, be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work, be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956 or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Life takes unexpected turns, doesn't it? Divorce, the loss of a loved one, a personal injury, losing your job. Suddenly you're searching for someone new you can trust to guide you through. But what if you didn't have to start over? What if your legal team already understood you? At BPS Lawyers, we're more than just lawyers. We're a full-service law firm that's been part of this community since 1977. BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Visit bpslawyers.com or call 860-CALL-BPS. Nick Painderis is responsible for the content of this ad.
Hi, I'm Todd Vigorito with D-Tech in Cromwell, Connecticut. We are a manufacturer of industrial control panels.
Todd is a Tab Computer Systems customer for a number of reasons. One of them is value for money. Todd's a big fan of Tab's month-to-month service agreement.
When we first signed up with Tab, we had been looking at a lot of companies and they all had different contracts, and Tab had different number of hours per month that you could buy. We bought one that we thought was sufficient for us.
For Todd, no locked-in contract is the way to go.
We have a month-to-month contract. We pay for a set number of hours per month, and we're not locked in for any long term, but we don't need to be locked in because we're locked in because we want to be with them as a a great service provider.
Month-to-month affordability. Another reason to call Tab Computer Systems today. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. Or visit tabinc.com. Technology's advancing business. Tab Computer Systems.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 2:30. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. West Haven has slapped a cease and desist order on a bar that was the scene of a double fatal shooting last weekend. 2 employees, brothers, were gunned down outside the museum early Saturday morning. A third person was wounded. Police say they've had problems there in the past, including a fatality 2 years ago. Man's under arrest in connection with a shooting on Route 9 in New Britain. State troopers say Angel Cruz of Enfield is charged. They say he fired at a car containing 2 children on June 6th. There were no injuries. The incident took place on Route 9 South near exit 38. Cruz is facing reckless endangerment, risk of injury, and other charges. Man leaving for work this morning was shot and wounded in New Britain. Officers say just after 5, victim was wounded by a shot fired during a struggle involving 2 suspects. Injuries are said to be non-life-threatening. The 2 suspects took off before police arrived, taking off on foot. The victim is being treated for his injuries at a nearby hospital. Governor Lamont has chosen a new general counsel. Sarah Carwin will replace Natalie Braswell Friday. Braswell is transitioning from the governor's office to the Connecticut State Colleges and Universities system, which has recently been rocked by numerous scandals and has suffered several leadership shakeups. President Trump has arrived at the Capitol for lunch with Senate Republicans, hours after he called off a signing ceremony on a housing bill. Trump saying he won't sign that measure until Congress sends him a bill to require proof of citizenship for all voters. And Francisco Lindor is set to rejoin the Mets as soon, just as Juan Soto deals with a back issue that may sideline him beyond today. Manager Carlos Mendoza says he couldn't rule out a trip to the IL for Soto, who exited last night's 9-6 loss in the 4th inning due to back tightness. WTIC News Time 2:31. Bob Cox has the forecast.
We have a gorgeous summer afternoon out there today with a high temperature in the upper 70s and low 80s, comfortably low humidity and a northwest breeze at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunset not until 8:30 this evening. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, lows 55 to 60. We'll see sun mixed with clouds Thursday, highs in the low 80s. Some showers arrive by tomorrow night with the chance for a thunder shower, low near 60. And then partly sunny Friday, still a shower or 2 possible, highs in the low 80s. Saturday also looks partly sunny. There's a 40% chance for a shower, highs in the low 80s. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
From the WTIC 24-hour traffic network in Middlebury, there's a crash involving a tractor trailer. This is Interstate 84 West between exits 17 and 16 with the right lane blocked. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Tune in tomorrow night to WTIC News Talk 1080 as the Boston Red Sox take on the New York Yankees. Sponsored by BPS Lawyers. When it comes to the law, you don't just need a lawyer, you need a full-service law firm.
He's a former coach with 2 sons who played professional basketball. Satch Sullinger's a competitive individual, but his golf game was suffering because of painful joints.
Right, that's real important, the golf game. Right, as we get older, we create these bad habits because we're relegated to hit a certain way.
QC Kinetics used regenerative treatments, all natural healing properties from Satch's own body, to restore those damaged joints and get his golf game back on track.
QC Kinetics Regenerative Medicine is regenerating me, all natural, and that's what I'm about. I'm going to tell everybody why I'm better.
Oh, and by the way, looks like the competitive Satch is back.
We're all in the same boat, and I'm getting better, and I'm watching them stay old.
Go to QCKinetics.com. Get relief and your game back. Call for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 860-440-PAIN. That's 860-440-PAIN. 860-440-PAIN.
Hi, I'm Joe with SimpleSaleUSA.com, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 203-896-5400. 4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and more importantly, anywhere in Connecticut. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying junk houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 203-896-4000. That's 203-896-4000. 203-896-4000.
Hartford, we've got a problem. Home care is in crisis and there aren't enough caregivers to meet the demand. So if you've got a loved one with Medicaid who needs care, don't wait. Freedom Care will help you get care at home from someone you already trust. A family member or friend who lives with you and can get paid to help with everyday needs like meals, medication, bathing, and mobility. If you have Medicaid, it's 100% free to you. No waiting lists. Just real care from your people right now. Freedom Care handles it all. Training, payroll, and support. So you can stay safe and comfortable at home. And your caregiver gets paid tax-free after every shift, guaranteed. With 97% satisfaction and over 150 million hours of care delivered, Hartford families are already making the switch to care at home. Take care of your own and get paid with Freedom Care. Call 860-530-5203. That's 860-530-5203. Call now. 860-530-5203. 860-530-5203.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LENDSEEK.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Fan of WTIC? Then do us a favor. Download the free Odyssey app and favorite WTIC.
All right, we're back. Reese on the radio, News Talk 1080 WTIC. It was so weird that I just sat here and prepared all of these audio sound bites, knowing that Rozan was going to get up anyway. By the way, I want to thank, real quick, everybody who sent me well wishes online. And congratulations online. 7 years of sobriety yesterday. Thank you so much for all of those nice words. It was, how do I put it? Different this time around, but then again, every year is different. I always feel a little wiser than I did before. So it was interesting. I had a lot of fun. And it was good to see everybody from Adam 12, Sam Man on the Street, and James Rotowski who came in. And it was great to see Sean Scanlon also, the state comptroller. And they keep saying I'm saying it wrong. I know I'm saying it right. It was nice to have his story about his dad to sort of put a bow on it yesterday as someone who had been in the rooms growing up. So, Sean, if you are listening to the program, I would just want to thank you and your team for, one, bringing you here, being a guest on the show, and thank you for sharing that story about your dad. It brought my wife to tears. But then again, Hallmark and commercials do that too. But she was very moved by your story and what you had to say. And I appreciate the kind words you said to me as well. So that was good. I was thinking about him as I was watching all of these election results last night. And I got to be honest, say what you want about a lot of Democrats. I feel I deal with people as individuals, which you all know, and sometimes you get on my case about. And it was something, I was saying this to Joey this afternoon before he left. And I said, I really like this guy, Sean Scanlon, just as a person. I don't have to like his politics. No one's asking me to. He's not asking me to. But I like him. And the whole time I'm sitting here with him, I was like, I could totally hang out with him. He had even mentioned, he was like, we should all get together. It's talking about my wife, his wife, he and I, to get out and sort of and chill. And I'm like, yeah, I would totally chill out with this guy. And he hangs out with people of different political stripes, but they, as he said, they're his dudes. And it was something about him that kind of it made me think of it. What some other things that I can exclude? But Scanlon's got a sort of JFK Democrat appeal. Not all the other stuff that's sort of, the stuff that you don't have to get into. But in a sense of, when I think of Sean Scanlon, I get the ask not what your country can do for you kind of guy. I know his mom was a small business owner. I think he draws from that experience, especially when he's a child of divorce and a child of addiction. Like, I think that he gets the common guy, the average guy. I think that that's a core tenet of who he is. I think that's down to core. And again, it shouldn't be a death knell to say, you know what, maybe the guy may have some good ideas. If he has some core ideas that I think they're a bridge too far, you can't vote for him, right? If it's like who you are and those things are deal breakers, totally get it. But he's worth a listen. And he's going to have that opportunity. He's got plenty of opportunity before he starts going down that road. But he wants to get people to get to know him so that he can become familiar, or you can be familiar with him. He knows that this game is about name recognition. So, he'll do his thing. I'm looking forward to hearing from him. Anyway, let me get to this audio sound bites. And the thing here is, you'll notice the empty chair there. Rozan's doing her little thing, figuring it out. I want to share a couple of these things with you as it pertains to what happened last night and how Democrats are responding to it. Many in the Democrat Party are shell-shocked because they didn't think that this was going to happen. If it did, they thought it would be sort of outliers in these races where people were unknown or had no real political clout. But now that story, that jig is up. It's over. This woman is Adrienne Elrod. This woman should be familiar to you. If you're a political wonk, you'll know exactly who she is. If not, let me tell you her credentials. This is the spokesperson, senior spokesperson for the Kamala Harris campaign. She also worked in the Clinton campaign. We're talking, this woman is a basic Democrat operative. And she was on Morning Joe today doing cleanup for the Democrat Party, telling them, sounding the alarm, folks, this is just an anomaly, okay? This is New York. This isn't the rest of the world. Please chill out. Don't go jumping out the window yet.
The bottom line is New York City is not America, and that's what we're seeing play out across the country because, to your point, Joe, yes, last night in New York, 3 Democratic Socialists did prevail in some of these very heavily contested primaries. But at the end of the day, that is not America. Let's not forget, you just mentioned the Mike Lawler race. Kate Conley won the Democratic primary in that seat. That's New York 17. That is in the state of New York, not the city of New York City. But we are seeing some really strong national security candidates with some really strong backgrounds that in other places where, you're not seeing this super progressive wing of the party take over the Democratic Party in that respective area, you're seeing those candidates prevail. So, look, Donnie's exactly right. Republicans are going to try to brand us as the Democratic Socialist Party. They're already doing that. They're going to say we're the party of Mamdani, we're the party of anti-Semitism. Those things are not true. You are seeing a very strong Mamdani coalition being built and endorsed and win in New York City, but that is New York City. It is a tiny part of America. That is not what you're seeing Democrats do across the country in other primaries.
It's a pretty big part of America, if I may.
Well, yes, I mean, it is the largest city in America, but it's not,
Understood.
Yeah, so don't make a big deal out of this, folks. It's in New York. It doesn't really exist in the grand scheme of things. Now, mind you, we're talking about a Democrat Party that sees the rest of the country, right? If you're not L.A., if you're not Chicago, right? If you're not the 10 major cities, the rest of you are just flyover country. This is the same party that wants all American policy to flow through the coast. Right? It's got to be deemed from the coast. California, San Francisco, Sacramento, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago. These people are the ones who are supposed to dictate what the rest of the world does, because that's where all the progressives live. Now, all of a sudden, right? Remember, the Democrat strongholds, the big cities where all the people populate, who are primarily liberal. They want the rest of the country to adhere to them, which is the reason why they want to get rid of the Electoral College, and they want the popular vote. Why? Because the major cities are overpopulated with what? Leftists. Now, all of a sudden, they're telling us, New York elitism, this is different. That's not America. Now America matters. Right? That's the case. America matters. But what's the truth? Well, you're not going to take my word for it. No, you never do. You couldn't. You think Reese is just a Republican operative that's trying to cater to white folks. So if I've got to make my point, I've got to do it with people that you trust. Harry Enton of CNN. I wonder what he has to say about Democrat socialism.
Well, among Democrats themselves, the Democratic Socialists of America have a higher net favor rating than the Democratic Party does, at least those who are members of Congress. I mean, just take a look here. Dem Socialists of America, plus 17 points. Democrats in Congress, plus 4 points. No wonder that Dem Socialists are getting nominated across the political map in different primaries, because simply put, they are more popular than the Democrats currently in charge.
That is across the map, not just New York City. Sorry, Adrian. That's Harry Enton taking the pulse of America. If you thought what they thought about socialist was enough, let's go one step further. What about socialism? Something I've been telling you, Rush has been telling you for generations now. Told you that they've always been socialist. They just hid it better. Where are they now, Harry?
How do Democrats today view socialism compared to capitalism?
There's a reason why it didn't hurt him, and that is simply because this is one of the biggest political changes I've seen during my lifetime. Match up socialism, capitalism among Democrats. You go back 16 years ago, 2010, capitalism and socialism right there, favorable rating, 51%, 50%. Look at it now. Socialism clearly in the lead among Democrats. 66% of them view socialism favorably, just 42% view capitalism favorably. No wonder Mom Donnie had no problem blasting it.
Scary part about that was it was 51-50 in 2010. It was split down the middle in 2010, just 2 years before Barack Obama's re-election campaign. It was a 50-51 split. I don't even know how that jives, but whatever. There it was. That was the split. And now it's at 66% favorable to socialism. I don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea what they're talking about. For them to suggest that this isn't real, that the Democrats are not embracing it, is a lie. They've always been the party of socialists, and the people they brought up in society were all led to believe that that's truly what they were, but those people are saying, we're sick and tired of waiting behind in the wings, quietly pretending to be something that we're not. We are socialists, aren't we? And now those kids have grown up. Those kids have become bolder. Those kids have social media. Those kids have a voice. And now they're raring to go. and you had been holding them at bay. You have been telling everybody they don't really exist. Don't listen to them. And then you did the worst thing, folks. I'll tell you, people don't believe this, but when we got back, I'm going to explain to you exactly what happened. Bernie Sanders in 2016 is the reason why Democrat socialists are out and proud today. It's because of what Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party did to them. Those Bernie bros, those Bernie broads, oh no, they are done. They are done. And they're taking hold of the party. And Bernie showed up out of nowhere and said, I've got you, no matter what. Rise up. It's okay now. Stick around. We'll be back at 3 Center Radio.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's Reese on the radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, back. Reese on the radio. Let me see this. Hartford and Fairfield public schools spend the same amount per pupil. There's literally no economic disparity. More than likely right, Kimberly. Ned's pulling up his sleeves. All right. I just did, just like he did when he cut the trees down around his mansion illegally. Thank you, Jeffrey. I always love that story. Michael A., hello. Alex, what's going on, sir? He says, pulling the wig off the lid in Connecticut. Been segregated. Ash Chef versus O'Neill. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to get into that in roughly about the 3 o'clock hour to break that down. And Joey V says, hey, boss, we were 2 hours behind yesterday's show, which was great, by the way. Happy belated birthday. Only regret was that we never saw Adam 12. Yeah, he's usually at events with me, but he's not really a mysterious guy. He's just, kind of lays in the cut. He doesn't want any fame. It's a weird thing. I love the guy to death. He's just like, he's not a fame seeker. He offers himself to the show, and I'm always mind-boggling. I was like, dude, like, thank you so much. I don't know how to repay him. I feel like I owe him much more than I could ever give, but he's just really supportive of the show. That's my boy. I'll give him that. Anyway, I was talking a little bit before this. Let me see if I can get into it. Democrats are sort of gobsmacked by what happened in New York and trying to make excuses for it. But one of the points that I was making about the Democrat Party is very evident in this next clip. So imagine you get a report that says there are more people leaving the Democrat Party and more people joining the Republican Party. And you hear that nationwide. After the election of the failed candidacy of Kamala Harris, which really wasn't a candidacy. And you must remember the fact that you had an election that, again, saw Joe Biden get 81 million votes. And then an unenthused electorate just says, nope, we're not doing this anymore. They just bounce. They just disappear, vanish. 16 million people gone. Kamala Harris, they don't like her, and the policies of the left are just turning people off. They're being forced and made to adhere to certain things, and they cannot square that circle. So they say, no, that's it, we're done. And you don't know how to respond to that. But you have to keep the people that you have, no matter how fringe they are. You don't clean up house. Don't forget the DNC refused to release the autopsy for over a year. And when they do, I mean, it's barely got any real information in it, right? It doesn't really say where they failed or what policy it sort of agreed with that was their undoing. They try really hard to avoid that. They point a lot of fingers, but they don't really blame the candidate. And the reason why is because they don't want to alienate anyone, because every person they have is at risk of leaving. Cory Booker.
Given that, what did you make of your fellow Democratic Senator John Fetterman today when he was asked about these New York primaries? He said the dirtbag left is surging, I believe is how he described it.
Again, for me, if you want to heal a country, you can't be picking fights. I think we need to understand that our party is not homogenous. One of the things that makes the Democratic Party great is it's a big tent party. We need to stay that way. The focus has got to be the November elections.
It's got to be the November elections. It doesn't matter how fringe they get. We got to keep them. It doesn't mean it. We don't care that it turns the people off. We got to keep them. And that's just the way it is. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's Cory Booker telling you right there. So I look at it and I go, all right. At what point do they finally decide? The Democrat Party overall just says, are we Democrat socialists? Yeah, I guess so. And now they have to come out and say why they are and the things that they accept. Joy Behar said something interesting today. You know, she started talking about firefighters, and we have ambulances and police. These things are all part of a socialist. We all pay into that. That's socialism, she says. Well, guess what? Some of these nimrods are going to have to start taking that angle. It's completely untrue, but that's going to have to be the definition. But there's a reason why they have to and why they think it'll work. It's because they kind of think that their electorate is already dumb and they'll listen to anything they tell them anyway. If you repeat it over and over again, sure, people will recognize. They'll reconcile with that idea, right? In order to survive, the Democrat Party is going to have to rely on the lie. I'll explain that when we return. Rely on the lie in order to survive. Man, you'll believe anything, right? It's very clear. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you want to follow the rest of the show, please join us online. Go to the Odyssey app, WTIC.com. And if you want to watch us at ReeseOnTheRadio.com. John Silver's up with WTIC News.
This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
It's 3 o'clock good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. City officials in West Haven have shed new light on the circumstances surrounding a double fatal shooting last weekend at a sports bar on Campbell Avenue. An altercation began early Saturday morning inside the Museum Sports Bar and Grill. This is West Haven Police Chief Joseph Perno.
The altercation reignited outside and escalated into punches being thrown. During the second altercation, a gun was brandished by one of the participants and several shots were discharged, striking the three victims.
Two brothers who were employees, 31-year-old Miguel Blake of New Haven and 34-year-old Dravier Blake of Meriden, were killed. One other person was injured. Officials have issued a cease and desist order against the bar. In addition, they're moving up the hiring of 4 additional police officers and putting other quality of life measures in place. The investigation is ongoing. Man's under arrest. He is charged with firing shots on Route 9 in New Britain earlier this month. State troopers say Angel Cruz of Enfield is charged. They say he fired at a car containing 2 children on June 6th. There were no injuries. That incident took place on Route 9 South near exit 38. Cruz is facing a host of charges, including reckless endangerment and risk of injury. The golf world has descended on Connecticut this week. The Travelers Championship is being held at the TPC River Highlands in Cromwell. The tournament's one of the top draws on the PGA Tour with players and fans alike. The Celebrity Pro-Am is being held today. Among the participants, Will Ferrell, in character as washed-up former top golfer Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins from his upcoming Netflix comedy series, The Hawk. In addition, ESPN's Chris Berman, former NFL quarterback Doug Flutie, and former Patriots linebacker Andre Tippett are teeing off. Last year's champion Keegan Bradley will be on hand to defend his title when tournament play begins Thursday. AAA out with its localized forecast for the 4th of July holiday travel period. Begins this Saturday and runs right through a week from this Sunday. Greater Hartford AAA spokeswoman Tracy Noble.
It is going to be a busy travel week. That is the major takeaway. AAA expects over 852,000 Connecticut residents to travel for the July 4th holiday, and over 3.5 million across New England. So the roadways are going to be extremely busy as the lion's share are going to be driving to their destination.
72.5 million Americans will travel nationally, according to Noble. Stubbornly high interest rates have pushed new home sales to their lowest level of the year. Correspondent Jim Ryan with the latest from the Census Bureau.
Housing industry analysts were expecting a rebound last month after April's decline. Instead, the number dropped from 626,000 new home sales to 580,000, a 7.3% decrease. While sales were down, prices were up. The median price of new houses sold in May was $424,900, up 2% in just a month.
WTIC News Time coming up on 3:04. Checking traffic. We still have that crash in Middlebury on 84 westbound between exit 17 and 16. Right lane is blocked due to a crash involving a tractor trailer. Meteorologist Bob Cox is the WTIC Weather Center forecast.
Sunny and pleasant out there this afternoon. Temperatures into the upper 70s and low 80s. Dew points decreasing, dropping down toward 50, and a northwest breeze at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's clear to partly cloudy tonight, lows 55 to 60. We'll see sun mixing with clouds Thursday, highs in the low 80s. Some showers arrive tomorrow night, chance for thunder, low near 60. And then partly sunny Friday, still the chance for a shower or two, highs in the low 80s. Saturday looks partly sunny as well, with the chance for a shower. Highs in the low 80s. A mix of sun and clouds Sunday. Highs back into the low 80s. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
All right, we currently have 80 degrees right now in Hartford. So far, a mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow's up 253 points. NASDAQ's down 153. S&P is down 12. Red Sox in Colorado coming up on TIC. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
If you have been in a car accident in the past and have settled your case, I may have some good news. Some unethical lawyers have people known as runners who come directly to your hospital room or home and solicit your case. It's a disbarable offense. Anyone that would hire these scumbags needs to have their heads examined. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Now for the good news. If this happened to you, we will sue these lowlifes and fight to get all your fees back. And then look and see if these bottom feeders also malpractice your case and sue them for that too. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Visit forthepeople.com for a free consultation or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. If someone does this to you, call the Bar Association and report them. Let's fight these bums. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores.
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Reese on the radio, making sense of the news. Yeah, even when it makes no sense at all. Now on WTIC, News Talk 1080.
I totally got hated on by Jeannie. She said, hey, I'm Miss Rozan. She grounds you, Reese.
Aw.
So
I ground him? I don't know. I think I keep him on his toes.
Yeah, I think.
Keep your finger on that dump button, don't you?
I think Janine needs to follow us around like they would a reality TV crew.
I'm telling you, it would be. I think based on conversations we had yesterday, this morning, and just in the car in general, I think you would get a full gambit of emotion based on.
Oh,
you know, the conversations we have.
You would like me more.
You probably would. You probably would. Yeah. I'm deeply, I wouldn't say censored, but I'm definitely more censored having to speak on this format, this platform.
You know, we're going to go to online, by the way, in probably less than a minute. So if you are listening to us on the radio, just go to WTIC.com. If you're in your car, you can listen on the Odyssey app as well and just put it in your Bluetooth, folks. A lot of you already listen online. We appreciate that. You could also go to ReeseOnTheRadio.com so you can watch the program on X, YouTube, and Facebook. So there's a lot of stuff to get into here. I'm going to switch this around because we may get louder. Hold on. All right, there it is. See, yeah, our volume got a whole lot louder there. And I'll bring that down some. So we're talking about the New York elections. And what happened in New York, as people are telling me, is that, this is the people who are taking over their party. And let me be the first to tell you that is a lie. You always had control of your party. Don't act like you didn't have any control when Barack Obama became president of the United States or when you won in his re-election campaign. Don't act like you didn't have control in 2016 when Hillary got 65 million votes and Donald Trump got only 63, but he strategically wiped the floor with her because she didn't think it was important to actually win the Electoral College, right? Don't play that. 81 million votes in the Biden campaign. Remember the election you claim wasn't stolen. Don't act like you didn't, you don't win elections anymore and they don't take the word of the people. Stop it. Stop it. That is a way for you to exclude making the dumbest decision ever, and that is to incorporate socialism into your politics. That's all. You are trying to explain away something you're uncomfortable with. You are relying on the lie, and you have to rely on it. What else you got? The alternative is Trump was right, and that can never be the case. You will accept the lie. You have no choice. Rely on it to win political points, arguments even, or the moral high ground. Lying is a factor in your politics. And these people who are there in the Democrat Socialist Party, think about what they're saying. Think about what they believe. Here's what they're telling you. And can I give you a perfect example? I'm going to go to this guy, Morris Katz. Let me make sure I got his audio here. Hold on. Is that him? No. Morris Katz. Let me get my mouse here. I'm going to find his audio because this is, boy, does this say so much. Morris Katz, this is the guy who Josh Elliott here in Connecticut has just hired to run his campaign. Ads and the whole bit. This guy is the architect for the Democrat Socialists. He was talking to Dana Bash on CNN, I think today. After all of the Democrat Socialist gains, Dana Bash asked them a simple question. What's next? And to them, that's what the Democrats are saying. It's like, okay, we're lost. So what's your plan now? He told her.
What's next? How do you grow the ideals, particularly behind the democratic socialism, beyond New York City and other deep blue cities? I mean, we've seen it here in D.C. and in Seattle, but how do you get beyond that?
I mean, to me, this is less about any specific label and more about a fundamental question of who is our government going to work for and does it work? And I think right now the answer is our government does not work, and our government works for the wealthy and the well-connected, for lobbyists, for those with the money to buy power. And it doesn't work for anyone else. And we need to change that. And New York City DSA had an incredible night last night, slates of candidates across the city winning. There are a lot of other places where you're seeing similar things, but I think it's not restricted to any one label. And we talk a lot about the party being a big tent party, and we should be. I think the question is, what is that tent going to be, and can it be united around the affordability crisis and taking on corruption?
Now think about what this guy just said. He says we need to be a big tent party, but depends on what that big tent is. He's contradicting himself, which is so typical of socialists, by the way. Okay, you want to say?
My bigger problem with what he said is government doesn't work unless you're wealthy or well-connected.
Right.
I'm sorry, I am neither.
Right.
And my government is doing just fine by me. Stay out of my way. Stop over-regulating crap. Just make sure I don't get, racism or, bigoted. I want a cop to show up if somebody's assaulting me or harassing me. I want a firefighter to show up if my house is on fire. Other than that, stay the hell out of my way. Government works fine.
Let me just throw something on. Remember, I said he continues to contradict himself, right? He says it's a big tent, but it depends on what that tent is, right? It's a big tent, but it's got to have specific parameters in it.
Right, it's a big tent, but only if you fit into this.
Right. He also fails to mention, right? He said we are sick and tired of government only, adhering to the lobbyists and the big money. Wait a minute, dude. You just won. You had 3 straight wins.
So he's big money.
Are you big? Exactly. Are you the thing that you say that you're against? Because in essence, you've been telling people that this doesn't win. And here you are winning.
Democracy doesn't work.
Yeah.
But apparently
it did
worked?
win. Exactly.
I don't get it.
So that's why I say it's a contradiction. I never pay attention to these folks because they're all idiots. And the people who believe in me rely on the lie. You see how it works? They have to. Everything that they're telling themselves, they rely on as being a truth. They rely on lies. So let's go one step further. Right? So the guy says to you that government doesn't work anymore, so we need to be in charge. Now, I got to ask one question. That's the only question I got to ask. How do you get to run it? Why do you get to run it? Right. Why? In fact, explain to me the experience you have.
At 12 years old with no chest hair.
Where you get to say, you know what, government doesn't work, give it to us. Now, I got to ask you, folks, if you've ever run a business, hell, I'll go one step further.
Never run a house.
There you go.
A checkbook.
I'm so glad you said that. Run a checkbook. You've never done it. You just don't like the way the house is being run, and now you're telling the people of the household who've been doing it, right, you're not getting, your PlayStation 5. You're not getting, the meals that you want to eat.
Your teenage daughter
handle
make the
a checkbook,
decisions
right?
For your entire household.
Exactly. So again, you haven't proven to me you've run no government.
You can't even clean your own room.
Exactly. You have run no government at all. You know that the status quo is absolutely dysfunctional. We're not disagreeing with you there. In fact, I will cede to you that our current state of affairs, if you will, right here in Connecticut even, is not going the way we would like it to go. But my question is what even gives you the audacity to believe that we should hand the reins over to you? Because you say so?
Well, not only that, but if government doesn't work and now you're in charge, are you now the government or are you not the government? Like, is government the bad word or is the sitting government the I need more help understanding what it is you're saying. Because if government doesn't work, then what you're really saying is no government, we're all anarchists. Or what you're saying is this government doesn't work, so let me be in charge and I'll decide what government is.
Exactly the latter. That's what it is.
Are
they
you
don't
sure?
like I'm positive that's what it is. These people are very selfish and self-centered. These people see themselves as the moral authority. They see themselves as like, I'm pure of heart. All I want is for the rich to pay their fair share. All I want to do is to take care of the poor. I don't know any poor people. I don't even know their stories. I just know that they are and they exist.
They're all poor and they all need the same thing.
That's right. They all need the same thing.
Welfare in a house.
Exactly. And they don't even understand that that's currently how government works. The current state of government and its biggest problem is that it sees a one-size-fits-all government approach to everything. So do these people. Because they see people in boxes. These are the minorities. These are the intersectionals. These are the... Yeah, so do I. These are the transsexuals. These are this. These are that. These are the cisgenders. These are the heterosexuals. These are the... It's always categories.
It's so confusing.
They don't see people as people. That's why they are no better.
Group.
That's right. You are a group. They are no better than the government in place.
A tab in the binder. Didn't a president have apparently a binder full of women?
No, that was a presidential candidate in Mitt Romney.
Oh, Mitt Romney. Well, so what makes the socialist approach to society any different? You're just a tab and a label. And if you don't fall under this tab, don't worry, we'll make a new tab for you and we'll decide what's good for you later.
It's a great point. That's exactly what this is.
Just making sure.
No, you're 100% right. Clearly, you're falling right into the understanding of these people, right? And they, if you listen to them long enough, they reveal themselves. because they have no choice. They run into, when you have no real focus, you automatically, you start talking to them and they start going down the line expressing exactly who they are. And that's okay, because I love learning who they are. Let me go to one of the big names in all of this, and that is this woman, Chevalier. And I don't know her first name, and I don't bother to pronounce it. But this is her talking about why we should not deport criminal aliens. We're talking about people who have committed heinous crimes who are not citizens of this country. And this woman lives in the Upper West Side in Washington Heights, or at least that's the town that she's representing, in parts of the Bronx.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know anything about New York.
It's huge minority communities.
Is it a
that she runs.
wealthy?
Hispanic? No.
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 Oh, so,
no.
So poor
Poor.
Puerto Ricans,
Right.
Dominicans,
Right.
Cubans.
What's also weird that she does not understand how those communities operate, because legal citizens in those communities do not like illegals at all.
No, we don't.
Yeah, but again, she is a part of the Democrat Socialist Association, or of Democrat Socialists of America, and they don't care what minorities think
No, you're all
about
the same.
immigration.
Right.
Exactly.
There are cases in which migrants to New York have committed violent crimes, including murder, in this district. Under normal circumstances, undocumented defendants charged with crimes go through the system, and if convicted, they get deported before or after serving time. Ms. Chevalier, you recently said on WNYC radio that defendants who commit crimes should not be deported after serving time. Why is that?
Because we have a criminal system. It's an imperfect system. It's an imperfect criminal system that I've been critical of, but we have one. And if we truly believe in a system where we don't have double jeopardy on the basis of where someone was born, then we cannot also have a system of punishment that is unique to people who were born elsewhere.
I know it doesn't make sense. Roseanne's already thrown off her headphones.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. That is all I can say. Who?
She calls it double jeopardy.
Honey, it's not double jeopardy. It's called the full extent of the law.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
First, you pay your crime, you
Mhm.
do your time,
Mhm.
and then you get to go home. Right? Isn't that how it works? You did your time, go home.
Right.
That's all we're doing, Sweet Pea. We're sending them back home.
Well, she explains what she means by double jeopardy.
We need to make sure that if we really value equality in this country, that we are treating people equally, regardless of where they were born. It cannot both be that a person who has citizenship is tried and convicted in one way, and a person who does not have citizenship is tried, convicted, and then forced to also endure another type of punishment on the basis of where they were born.
That's not enduring punishment. Honey,
No,
you
no,
did
no.
your crime, you did your time, now you get to go home. That's how the American criminal justice system works.
Roseanne, you're missing this. And I got to reel you in, because this is important that you understand. This is how the Democrat Party is now going to rely on the lie, right? The bottom line is that they are now going to create this issue, right? So what they're saying is her definition of this is double jeopardy.
Right,
She'll frame it. Hold on, no. She'll frame it as double jeopardy. Now the Democrat Party's defense will be, ooh, that sounds feasible. We'll say that. They're already being punished when they get arrested. And now we're going to double punish them. We're gonna punish them again by sending them back to the country of their origins. That will be dealt with in court.
That's a whole new thing for them.
But the argument will be, for those who are advocates for these people, they'll start using the same lie. They will rely on the lie to make their point.
Right. And my response to that is, if you commit a crime, you go through the justice system, you go to jail, then you get to go home after you served your sentence.
I know, but
whether your home is 7 miles down the road or a 7-hour plane trip across the ocean, regardless, you're going home. And guess what? We'll even pay for it.
Make that argument for someone who is relying on the lie. Make the argument.
That was the argument.
No, you did. Okay, you're making the usual mistake in this. You're using logic.
Logic, oh.
Right, because logic cannot, you can't rely on the lie
I'm
with
sorry,
logic.
I am incapable of reducing myself to that. I don't understand how. I just told, 1 + 1 is 2.
You have to do it. And listen to me. This is how.
Is it Common Core now?
No,
Do I have to find cubes and move things and make it? Like,
yes, there is. But remember, I know people are saying, it's like, why do I have to argue with them on their playing field? Because you are. I'm sorry, your logic doesn't work here, right? It's that you're in an alternate realm.
Right, and we are no longer capable of taking these people and going, listen, honey, you're cute. Just go ahead and have a seat. We'll show you how to do it.
Right, which is what I would do.
Because they have now eaten their own. They've eaten the entire Democrat Party, and they've taken over. They are now our
That stupid,
nemesis.
remember, that idiot in that idiotic comment won her primary yesterday.
Oh, I get it. But 40% of her district is
minority.
foreign born.
Yeah.
Most of her district, I forget the percentage, is considered youth. Like they're under the age of, I don't know, 40, I guess.
Mhm.
Most of them
it's
are
usually
single.
35, but yes.
Right. Single, no children, pro-abort. Like they're all killing their, aborting their babies. They don't have pets.
Activist class.
Activists, highly educated, going to, university, not paying their student loans. So of course they all agree with this. You know what? That guy, I'm walking down the street, that illegal immigrant just raped me, and you know what? I'm sorry I was here and I let you rape me. I'm sorry, it's my fault.
That would be the argument.
You should not be prosecuted. It's my fault. In fact, you shouldn't even have to go back to your native country. I'll go to your native country so I can continue to be raped. It's better for you that way.
What? Remember the 73-year-old guy that was pushed down the flight of stairs?
Yes, and he died.
Yeah, and he died. And
Yeah.
remember they caught up with a woman who had been assaulted by the same guy earlier?
Right.
And remember her reason for never calling the police?
I didn't want to be the reason a black man went to jail.
Exactly. Right? And so in essence, it always, when I heard that story, do you remember what in my head?
I don't remember what you said in your head. I
Okay,
wasn't
in my
there.
head, I was saying, I should have said, do you remember what I said? But I knew I said it in my head. Do you know what was the first thing I thought about?
Stand by.
Is that the boy?
It is the boy.
Okay, the boy is actually in D.C. right now. I'm going to just tell him to hold on. The thing I was thinking about when that happened was that scene in Spider-Man when the Tobey Maguire, when he fails to stop the thief, and then the thief ends up being responsible for the death of Uncle Ben. That's what I'm thinking about with this woman, is that because of her lack of stepping up and doing something, that something more tragic happens. If that guy would have been locked up because of what she should have done, should have been responsible to do, is to get that guy locked up, be a responsible citizen. In essence, she ends up being the person who allows that 73-year-old man to die.
You are now responsible for every criminal there. It's one of the first things that we started hearing, like when I was young, and being the survivor of a sexual assault was no longer a stigma, right? Like we were bringing more light to, like, it's not your fault. One of the arguments that we always made was, who is he going to hurt next?
Right.
And how can you prevent that?
Exactly.
And so there was a strong drive to reporting, because we didn't want a predator out there
hurting more people,
enacting his crime on other people, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what we're starting to see now is that more and more people are believing the BS. And I'm looking at this, and I'm comparing what's happening right now in the United States with what has happened in Europe, with what has happened in Nordic countries, right? Nordics consider themselves to be socialists, but they're not truly socialists. They are a democratic, capitalist nations, plural, with strong high taxes, strong social cohesion, welfare systems that 50% taxes, everybody pays that. So they're harmonious, they're happy people, they're all content with what they're going through. They started seeing a rise in asylum seekers from three countries in particular, two countries in one continent, Africa, Afghanistan, and what was the third one? Africa, Afghanistan, and standby.
Well, I can't have dead air, so.
Anyway, three different nations that these people were coming over to different Nordic nations, and all of a sudden, cohesion started to change. They're starting to see a rise in crime, a rise in rape, a rise in welfare dependency. They're seeing a lack of desire to assimilate, and this is starting to cause problems amongst Native people. Other things they're starting to see that people fail to appreciate is what they're calling shadow societies and private economic systems that they're keeping with amongst themselves. They're seeing an implementation of Sharia courts. They're seeing genital mutilation on girls, forced marriages on girls.
Yeah.
They're not, these societies are, well, not the Nordic nations, but how that relates to Britain. When we come back, the UK, I'll tell you how that affects the UK.
We got to go to the bottom of the hour news. For those of you joining us, stay on WTIC.com and ReeseOnTheRadio.com for more. We'll be back after the bottom of the hour news.
Woke up this morning to the sound of the news. Another tax hike coming, got the nutmeg blues. Electric bills climbing, can't catch a break. While he's buying buses for a green mistake. Every day another lead. Packing up, they can't believe. There's got us running in circles, it's true. The state's bleeding dry, but what can we do? Come November, we'll pay our dues. Time to vote him out. Lose these nutmeg blue. Factory shutter, red tape in the way. Big business can't breathe, so they won't stay. The land of steady habit feels like quicksand, with rules that choke every helping hand. We're tired of promises thin as air. The cost of living ain't even fair. And it's got us running in circles, it's true. The state's bleeding dry, but what can we do? Come November, we'll pay our dues. Time to vote him out. Lose these nutmeg blue. And it's got us running in circles, it's true. The state's bleeding dry, but what can we do? Come November, we'll pay our dues. Time to vote him out. Lose these nutmeg blue.
Woke up, lights dim, wallets feeling slim. Electric bills climbing, that's a lottery win. Every watt tax, every step they track. Big biz packing bags, ain't coming back. Nutmeg dreams turn to nutmeg screams. Every policy's a plot, man, it's busting the seams. Regulate the hustle, suffocate the flow. Gov. Lamont got us stuck in the fiscal black hole. Nutmeg a blues, man, we're paying our dues. Got us running out the state, ain't no time to choose. Vote them out, November's the route. Turn the tide, bring the light, time to shut this down. Nutmeg a blues, man, we're paying our dues. Got us running out the state, ain't no time to choose. Vote them out, November's the route. Turn the tide. Woke up, lights dim, wallets feeling slim. Electric bills climbing, that's a lottery win. Every watt tax, every step they track. Big biz packing bags.
Wait.
What's next? How do you grow the ideals, particularly behind the Democratic?
All right, we're back. Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio, WTIC, News Talk 1080. Don't forget, it's WTIC.com, the Odyssey app, or ReeseOnTheRadio.com for the program. Reggae Don is actually in my instant message, and he says this of both of us. He says, you two are spewing rubbish. Seems as though you're both trying to convince yourselves that we have not yet begun to reject capitalism. And he also, wait a minute, he goes one step towards that. Do you actually believe capitalism is working for everyone? Why is the working class constantly complaining? Now, I want to answer this.
Please do, and then I want to answer too.
Okay. All right. Capitalism does not work for you. That's not how it works. It just isn't. You clearly have no understanding of capitalism. And this is the reason why Democrat socialists exist, is that you believe that capitalism is a thing that knocks on your door and says, hey, come on outside. They're riches here. That's not how it works. It is a system that it's like opportunity. Right?
It literally is opportunity.
Yeah, it's like opportunity. It doesn't knock on your door, and it doesn't knock on everyone's door. This is something you utilize to be a success. You're under the impression that capitalism is just out there, and it just touches people that it wants to work for. Here you go, Elon, capitalism. Here you go, Jeff Bezos, capitalism. Hey, Reggae Don, none for you. No. Oh, you're white? You're white and Jamaican? You're black and Jamaican? No, there's no capitalism here for you.
I think there's extra capitalism for
what?
A black immigrant.
Well, you would think it was, because think of all of the people who were doing so well under it, like Asians.
I just keep thinking about San Antonio.
Yes, exactly. You know what? That's what you need to do.
You're welcome.
Reggae Don, go to San Antonio, to our old block.
South Side.
On the south side, on Military
Roosevelt.
And Roosevelt.
Yep.
Go to that street corner in San Antonio. You could probably Google map it and go to Street View, and you will see capitalism on every corner.
People in San Antonio are so adaptable.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
I don't know. Maybe.
No? Okay. People are on the corner. Literally will stop anywhere on the side of the road.
Exactly.
And set up shop. You can buy raspas, or for those of y'all who don't know what that is, that's shaved ice with syrup on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy street tacos.
Yep.
You can buy, there's a guy that sells carpet.
Yep.
Like on the back of a bed of a truck, along with the foam padding. You can buy buckets and buckets of paint. You can buy firewood. You
Yep.
can buy sod. You can buy clothes, bikes, chickens, hay. You can literally buy it. There's a guy that set up shop so he would work on your air conditioner in a parking lot.
That's right. He was in a communal parking lot in a strip mall. He is standing on the side of the parking lot that's closer to the sidewalk. He pitches a tent, one of the tall 8-foot tents. He sits under it, and his sign says, "We fix your AC." And I was like, what kind of AC? Like an AC in the window? No. Your car. You could drive up right to the tent, and he will fix your AC on the way. And he's there every day.
Blessed
And guess what? The police don't stop him. They don't ask for a permit.
Do you know what that's called?
What's that?
Oh, no, that's capitalism.
It is capitalism.
It's not socialism. My bad.
So the bottom line
My bad.
is that capitalism is not a thing that sort of shows up at your door. These are people who take advantage of themselves. Why do so many, I was saying here to Sean Scanlon, I was like, what are the top 5 businesses that African Americans open? Barbershops, beauty salons, the clothing companies, record labels, or food trucks, right?
And now weed.
Well, now, but at a small scale. But the bottom line is that those are the businesses that they open. Why? Because they're more familiar. It is kind of, with all due respect, and I know some people in the African-American community may be upset about that, but it is low-hanging fruit for the black community to go in those 5 markets. They don't usually start air conditioner companies or, some of them do, as you know, because we talked to Dawkins here not too long ago about construction companies.
They're not looking at getting into the trades. They're not trying to do
Exactly.
outside of cutting hair and, doing hair and doing nails.
Exactly.
There's no real desire to go out and sweat.
Exactly.
You're not becoming plumbers and AC workers. You're not becoming maintenance men or mechanics. You're not becoming
cleaning services.
Do you know how much a trash man makes?
Exactly.
A ridiculous amount of money. But in traditional black community industry, you're not seeing that.
Yes.
And remember, I was telling you about the 2 million black millionaire men in this country.
Yeah.
Majority of them started off in IT, health industry, and in those realms, brought themselves out of poverty. So it's there. The opportunity is there, Dawn, to go ahead and not be a poor hobo. You can work for it.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know who.
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
I'm pretty sure capitalism did not come and say, hey, you want a piece of me?
Exactly.
No, these are people that just decide, you know what, I'm not going to be lazy and beg other people for help and take other people's things. And, lust is a sin, right? Lusting over your neighbors, whatever. It's a sin. But you're over here being jealous and, well, he's got it. Why can't I have it? That's not going to help you.
Right.
You have to go out and do it. Listen, I grew up a poor girl. I wore my older brother's hand-me-downs as a girl, wearing my brother's hand-me-downs. And somehow I managed to escape domestic violence, childhood sexual abuse, and all kinds of crappy crap, and I still managed to somehow not be poor on welfare begging for government assistance. That, my friend, is called capitalism. I took advantage of the systems that are already in place, like, join the military, got a job at 14, opened a bank account, saved as much money as I could. Believe it or not, I have a 401k and I have a separate account that I put $1 a week into. It's that simple.
So as I want to go back to his statement, it says, you two are spewing rubbish. Seems like you're both trying to convince yourselves that they have not yet began to reject
Who's they?
capitalism. And again, the people he's talking about, the people who have rejected capitalism are people like this guy, Morris Katz. Sure, they are rejecting capitalism, but again, they are not. And guess what? There are not everyone in the world was built to be a capitalist. Some people are the worker bee, but that has always kind of been our society. There are people who create
Not
things.
Not just ours. Every
society. I know, I'm just saying.
In human existence has lived this way.
Exactly. But here's the other part that he's failing to acknowledge, right? What are these people truly saying? Here's what they're saying. And I get the nobility in it. I even get the sort of upliftment of the statement. But here's what they're saying to the average Joe. They're going, John, you're special. And you deserve to be treated that way. And the world has done you wrong. And we've got to make sure that it does you right. And we're going to make that happen for you.
We're going to tell you what that is first.
Exactly. But remember, that guy over there, pick any billionaire or a millionaire or a person in power, that person is your enemy. And that person's trying to keep you down, John.
He's hoarding all your money.
Exactly. All of the potential that you have as an existence is
That guy stole it.
Exactly. He stole it.
And he's hoarding
And he's hoarding it. Exactly.
Evil. Wow.
Exactly. And though you, average schmo, probably, I don't know, maybe not charismatic, always kind of been,
fearful.
Yeah.
Very fearful.
Regular dude.
No real desire to reach outside of your comfort zone.
Ambition even.
What's ambition?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
That's for that guy.
And somebody is telling you that your existence, be it maybe mundane or regular or vanilla, the reason for that is not because you didn't step out of your comfort zone.
No, it's because that billionaire hoarded all the ambition, all the motivation, all the money, and all the ingenuity. He hoarded all of it. That's why you don't have any.
And this is the self-serving nature of our society today. It's everyone saying that you're all special, right? Everybody's special.
Everybody gets a welfare check and a free house.
And the
government's going to pay for it.
And I told you guys this on the show, that this today is nothing more than participation trophies on steroids.
You are so much nicer than me because, again, it is the 16-year-old hormonal teenage girl who, who's not, she's popular, but mom won't let her go to the party. That's who's currently running these cities, not our country, but these cities right now. All these angry little pick-me girls that aren't getting their way. You know what, Mom? I totally wanted a car, and, you won't give it to me? That's fine. I'll go ask Dad and his new wife, and they'll buy me a car, okay? And that's where they're going.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing.
But it's, again, remember, it's the self-importance of these groups. And what they're telling all of them is that you are important. And it is a great motivational skill that these people have in telling them you're not ordinary.
They are cult leaders.
Yeah, but remember, here's what I'm saying.
Charming, promises.
Think about the difference here, if you will, right? I'm going to take a Zoran Mamdani versus Reese on the radio, right? Zoran Mamdani.
You're using your powers for good.
Well, yeah. Zoran Mamdani will say, right, he will demonize those who are the enemy, right? And this is no different than what Barack Obama used to say about punishing your enemies, right? And rewarding our friends. But that's what Zoran Mamdani did, and he threw a little steroids on it, maybe even a little fentanyl on it, but turned around and said, you know what? Listen, we are going to seize the means of production, the people who are the wealthiest, the people with all the money, with all the goods, with all the services, all that stuff. We're going to give it to the worker because the worker, he's working, but he needs to be more than that because he's the one who is making that person wealthy. And we have to make sure. Now, Reese on the radio, what speech does he give? He says, guess what? You can be anything you want. All you have to do is apply yourself. It isn't going to come. It isn't going to happen. It isn't going to happen when you want to. Hold on a second. It isn't going to happen when you want it to. It'll happen when it happens. It is not preordained. You may work forever and never reach that plateau. You may never be at the place where you are. But guess what? If you can learn to appreciate where you are, all of it will be worth it. Right? If you want reaching for number 10, you got to be okay with only making it to number 5. And that is a beautiful life. And I love that line in that movie about the kid who burned himself or set himself on fire. Soul on Fire. It's a movie called Soul on Fire. And I love the line that Corbin Bergen says, or Corbin, is that his name? I don't know what his name is. Anyway, in the movie, he plays his father. And he says, if you for once can stop and look around at the life you have and not the one you wish you had, you're halfway there. And that's the difference between my message to every individual and Zoran Mamdani's. Zoran Mamdani doesn't tell you to appreciate what you have. He tells you that's not enough.
Right.
And somebody else, they're keeping it from you.
So Zoran is the one telling, okay, what my first comment was, oh, you got to work for it. It's not going to happen now. And I'm like, no. That's the problem is this new generation doesn't have any work ethic. They have none. Mommy made life so freaking easy for them. Daddy made life so freaking easy. I don't have to work. I showed up. I was born. Give me things. I'm pretty. Look at me. I know you're ugly, but really, you're pretty. It's like everybody's beautiful in their own way, right? I don't want to have to work for things. Just give it to me. Hello, I'm here. Government, what's your purpose? What are you doing here if not to give me things and tell me how pretty I am? And so Zoran Mamdani and his like are taking advantage of the laziness of this current generation.
No, well, you're right. But
I don't want to work for anything.
What they did was they found another way to incorporate participation trophies in our lives. And that's what it is. Remember, when we had Cosmo, right? We went from young, beautiful, and thin to fat, overweight, and atrocious looking.
I think it's called body positive.
Yes. They called it body positive. I called it fat and ugly. The bottom line is that it is what it is. But guess what that was? It was telling the fat and ugly people, you're beautiful too. Participation trophy. Your mere existence needs to be rewarded. That's what it is. Guess what? Gay and lesbian community, you're only 5% of the population, but we need to celebrate you in 100% of everyone's lives. Why? Because we need to make sure that you're participating in the whole thing. And guess what? You don't want people to feel left out, and you don't want people to feel bad. You don't want people to feel sorry for themselves. So we have to give them everything that they want. People are poor. No, it is not because they are poorly educated. It's because the education system is racist and biased, and so is math, and so is English, and all of it is racist.
So
is history. All of it is biased. And I've got this great story from the stupidest thing I read today that sort of captures that. The objective is that when you can't achieve, you can't win the soccer match, don't worry. There's a trophy for you at the end of the year, no matter what your record is. Sure, the guys who win 7-1, and that was me, 7-1, won the championship. When my kids got the trophy, and they went up there and they stood up there and they held them up high and said, yeah, I earned this. And then the team next to them, the straight garbage, horrible team that won no games, they walked out of there and took the stage and got a trophy too. And everybody on my team looked up and they just said, they didn't win a game. One kid said to me, he goes, yeah.
Right. That is taught laziness.
No, but he looked at me. He goes, wait a minute. He goes, Coach, they didn't win a game all year. I went, I know. He goes, if that was the case, man, what did I work so hard for?
Exactly. Taught laziness. What is it we're talking about? The dogs that eventually they learn to keep themselves constrained,
yep.
Like on a leash or in a certain like you have trained them.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you work hard or don't work hard. You get whatever you want because you showed up. And it completely spits in the face of those of us who grew up understanding that everything you do has a benefit. You can't tell a kid, listen, if you go sit near the gym, you're going to get six-pack abs and you're going to get ripped. Nobody believes that unless and until it comes to money.
But the bottom line of that, in that exercise that happened with the kids who won the championship, there's a degree of which you look at that and you say,
it's demoralizing.
No, not demoralizing. What it does is creates that sort of, you mean to tell me I could have just got a trophy without putting in all the effort?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
There's a disdain, right? There's a bitterness that comes from it. It says, there was going to be a trophy no matter what I did. You have to, and then you look at me. It's like, Coach, you made me work an hour and a half when we only were allowed to. We only had to practice for an hour.
And I'm telling you, what that has taught these children is it doesn't matter. You were born. You showed up. You get it.
What was all the speeches for?
You get a paycheck. You get a place to live. You get stability. You get all the things because you were born. Congratulations on the hard work of being born.
Let me read a couple of these. Rozan, so true. Spoil rotten generation. Joey V says, I wish my PhD brother would listen to your show. Send him clips. Make him watch. Reggae Don is in the chat room. He says, why are so many young people still living in their parents' home? I'd be happy to tell you.
Laziness. Laziness.
Exactly. Now, again,
Laziness.
hold on. This is the part, and this goes right back to San Antonio, right? And this is the part that I know that Reggae Don doesn't know. This is a very important thing for you to listen to, Reggae Don. And I'm telling you, go to San Antonio. In fact, I think
stay at our house.
You can stay at our house.
Right up the road.
Yeah, right down the road. We want to take you to a street corner. Again, military, South Military. Is West Military or East Military?
Southwest?
Southwest Military. Yeah. Southwest Military in Roosevelt. Not too far from our home, roughly about 3 miles away from our home. And we had to pass by it every day. Mm-hmm. When you go out there and see these folks, and they are not Mexicans, these are Americans. Could there possibly be some illegals there? Sure, no doubt. But the bottom line is, many of them cannot read. Many of them have nothing more than a grade school education. If anything, Economics 101 has passed them by. But they are out in the street every day in the 114-degree temperature, soaking wet from sweat. And they are selling grass,
and happy.
Squares of grass.
And these are
exactly.
happy people.
Happy people. And they are paying their bills. They are putting their kids through school. They are paying their electric and gas bills and all that stuff. And they are doing it on the street hustle. They are not living with their parents. They are living on their own. Why? Here's why. It's real simple. They are not embarrassed by what they have to do to provide for their families.
That's right.
And I will go this far to say to you, right? I always bring up Jamie Montgomery. And Jamie Montgomery is a pure example of this. Jamie, it was always difficult to find Jamie a job. But I remember the day I said to him, Jamie, you can always work at McDonald's. It's okay. Grown people work at McDonald's. This is beyond the time when just kids work there. I said, you always work at McDonald's. And I said, you're smart enough, you could probably get a management position in less than a year. And his response to me, again, a bum, said to me, and I quote, I ain't working at no McDonald's, yo. Who do you think I am, man? That's beneath me.
I think you broke.
Dude, you're a bum. You're a bum and a leech. You're going to tell me that you won't even take a $10 an hour job? You're a bum. And he found that beneath him. And that's the society. The reason why those kids are living with their parents is because they are they are unwilling to make sacrifices. And guess what? When you give people participation trophies for just existing, they don't think they have to do the hard work. So they will stay home with their families. And guess what? If they are a parent who doesn't want to see their baby boy or their baby girl out on the street or have to struggle, you can damn well bet they will let them back in the house. I ain't that person. I know Rozan is. Well, I probably have to deal with it because we had this discussion before.
No, you had that discussion with his father, and his father said, "Oh, stay till they're 23." What did I want the boy to do? At 18 years old, when he graduated high school, what did I want him to do?
Go straight to school.
Go straight to school.
I agree.
We're not the freaking Cosbys. We're not the Kennedys. We're not the Bushes. We don't get to take a year off and backpack around. We're not those freaking people. We're just not. And you know what? He gets set in that mindset. That's what he wants to do. Fine. You're on your own. I love my son enough to let him struggle.
Yeah, I hear you. But, why are so many young people living with their parents? Because they haven't thrown them out.
Because they're lazy. Because the kids are lazy.
All you have to do, you got to throw them in on the deep end. That's what you got to do.
They're lazy.
Yeah, throw the kid in the deep end. It's like, nope, you can't stay here. You got to go.
They made a choice.
Yep.
And the choice was not to try. Mommy and Daddy said, fine, we'll make a choice too. We'll coddle you. It's a choice.
Let's get our first check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher is here. He is in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. We'll be back.
Wait. Hey. Every time he talk, they jump. Every time he talk, they jump. Flip the script, hit the front, yeah. Turn a typo to a bomb. Man, chill, what's going on? Trump said, what? Whole room freeze up. Turn a little post to a 5-alarm bust like Trump said, what? News. Every time he talk, they. Every time he talk, they.
Yeah. Yeah. Pull up to the spot with a trunk full of cans. Bag dragging like I robbed a couple trash cans. Lady at the window, sir, I need some ID. I'm like, it's just 10 cents, you don't trust me. You counting on my bottles like I'm moving weight. Got 3 forms of proof just to clean your gate. 100 cans or more, show your license on time. Guess my nickels and dimes worth more than my vote line. They say my can's worth more than my ballot. 10 cents shining like a Goldfield chalice. Show ID for the soda, but not for the sign. Guess my vote ain't worth a dime. They guard that nickel like it's Fort Knox solid. But anybody, any nigga still drop a ballot. If cash in a card is a hill they'll climb, then my vote ain't worth a dime. Oh yeah. Down at the school where we stand in that row, sticker on my shirt, I voted old glow. Asked the man in charge, you need my license too. He say, nah, grab a pen, we believe in you. So I'm trusted for the leader of the whole blue sky, but not trusted with a bag full of cherry cola high. Lawmakers in a circle say it's just our design. $100 in recyclables beats a ballot every time. Worth more than my ballot. 10 cents shining like a Goldfield chalice. Show ID for the soda, but not for the sign. Guess my vote ain't worth a dime. They guard that nickel like it's Fort Knox solid. But anybody, any nigga still drop a ballot. If cash in a card is the hill they'll climb, then my vote ain't worth a dime. Hey, got my license for the cans, passport for the glass, bursar for the bottle, social for the trash. They say protect the money, every cent, every time. I say protect the power, that's the real bottom line. So bring my bags, bring my lab, bring my ID card, and bring my questions for the folks up in that state yard. If 10 cents makes you careful while you watch every line, why my vote treated cheaper than a soda machine sign? They say my can's worth more than my ballot. 10 cents shining like a Goldfield chalice. Show ID for the soda, but not for the sign. Guess my vote ain't worth a dime. They got a nickel like it's Fort Knox solid. But anybody, any nigga still drop a ballot. If cash in a card is the hill they'll climb, then my vote ain't worth a dime. Guess my vote ain't worth a dime. Guess my vote ain't worth a dime. Yeah.
Wait. Hey. Oh, yeah. Hey. Chris scrolling doom, thumb on patrol. Every fresh post pulling on his soul. Calls go dip, there he go again. Typing all caps like he lost a friend. Did you see this clip? 10 texts in a row. He's arguing a segment from 3 nights ago. Staff in the doorway whispering, bro. Hide the remote, change the channel to a show. Sorry, Chris, we gotta take your phone. Can't have you spiral when you're all alone. Turn off the talking heads, breathe, get gone. Trump derangement syndrome. These outbursts we just can't condone. Maybe we can find you a quiet safe zone. Turn down the volume when the news gets shown. Trump derangement syndrome. Tongue in the office, pacing that floor. Practicing comebacks for a tweet from before. Every press mic ready to explode. About a man not even on a payroll. Got charts, graphs, 20-page brief. All about the commander-in-chief. Clerk in the back like for your own relief. Try some yoga, maybe touch a leaf. I'm sorry, Tari, guess we gotta take your phone. Give me that. Can't have you spiral when you're all alone. Turn off the talking heads, breathe, get gone. Trump derangement syndrome. Ooh, these outbursts we just can't condone. Maybe we can find you a quiet safe zone. Turn down the volume when the news gets shown. Trump derangement syndrome. 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 Group text buzzing, you good, you fine. They both send memes for the 100th time. Step away from the screen, go touch some grass. And if you see a camera, just walk past. I'm sorry, Chris, we gotta take your phone. Can't have you spiral when you're all alone. Turn off the talking heads, breathe, get gone. Trump derangement can't condone. Maybe we can find you a quiet, safe zone. Turn down the volume when the news gets shown. Trump derangement syndrome. I'm sorry, Tom, guess we gotta take your phone. We gotta can't have you spiral when you're all alone. Turn off the talking heads when you get calm. Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, these outbursts we just can't condone. Maybe we can find you a quiet, safe zone. Turn down the volume when the news gets shown. Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah. Hands up. If you fed up, say fed up, fed up, fed up. Tax bill thick as a phone book. Road still look like a war took. Every town got a closed up storefront, but they brag on a chart like we all good. Giving sweet talk, not solutions. Same crew, same confusion. We see yachts, we see budget cuts. You see growth, we see illusions. Grandma choose meds or the heat on. Kid rides 3 buses just to be gone. Classroom packed.
All right, we're back. Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio, live, WTIC, News Talk 1080. While the Red Sox play, we're going to be here online at WTIC.com, the Odyssey app, and ReeseOnTheRadio.com. Or you can always go there, check out ReeseOnTheRadio.com, REESE on the radio.com to check out the program whenever you like. You can always catch this live broadcast immediately after it airs on YouTube. But if you go to ReeseOnTheRadio.com, it's right there. And you can join us in the chat room. Rama's there. He says, what you're saying, he says, what's that saying in the Batman movie? You live long enough and you watch yourself become the villain. Yeah, very true. Exactly. Glenn asks, who arranges your vibes? I'm assuming he's talking about the music. That's all me. Most of the songs, we are calling them topical tunes. They are always about sort of temperature of the time. So we play those songs when we're online so that it's just not a lot of dead air with people who are watching online. I thought we'd just take some of those tunes and just play them during the commercial break. Yeah, you don't want to listen to us talk behind the scenes. It's well, you might want to listen to us talk behind the scenes.
I just don't know that it's...
I don't know if it's savory. Yeah. We say some things, as most people do. You know, it's not that Roseanne and I do locker room talk. It's just that
I do locker room talk, and Reese is often
doing this, laughing about it.
Yeah, just but it's like it's often, you know.
You're so military. I'm going to go back to our conversation about the Democratic Socialists in a minute because I have way more sound bites to get to. That's important because it's all anyone could talk about today, and it's all over the news, of course. But I want to get back to this because so you guys always tell me when I got here how deep blue Connecticut is. And I don't know if you hear this when it's said, but I do. And a lot of it has to do with my history with the Democrat Party. And it's a personal one. And in a lot of ways, it should have made me bitter and angry at people in the Democrat Party, which, by the way, I'll be honest, I went through a time of that. When I was going through my headache, if I'll call it, my trauma that was literally designed to destroy my life, I'll never forget when I was accused of being a part of the most reprehensible political party in New York. that was said on the record. That because of that, as a black man who would dare be a Republican, I was a reprobate. And it made me hate Democrats. And when I say hate them, it was personal. Because I was already an angry person and in an angry place. And Democrats always revealed to me who they were if you talk to them long enough. And I'm talking about white Democrats. You give them an opportunity and they start revealing how racist they are.
Say that again.
And when they would say things like, but you're black.
Wait, where was it you went to? I used to call them your Klan rallies.
Yes.
Back when I was still a Democrat and didn't know any better.
I was going to Marshall, Virginia.
And you said a woman asked you, she's like, oh.
What do you think of Tim Scott?
Right.
Yeah, she was like, what? She goes, oh, you're a Republican? What do you think of Tim Scott? As if to suggest because Tim Scott is a black Republican, I have a personal opinion about Kim. And she wanted to understand Tim Scott through my eyes. And I responded to her by saying, I'm sorry, B-word. And I said it right to her face. I said, let me put it this way. I said, which I don't give a damn about Tim Scott. To which she went, oh.
But you're so articulate.
Jim's like, and I'm serious. I said that to this one. Again, one of my own, Republican. When she asked me about that, I said, which I don't give a damn about Tim Scott. What that got to do with me? And she was like, I just thought, what a stupid question to ask. I don't know. Tim Scott's his own person.
But you're black.
Exactly.
Don't you all think the same?
I had a black Democrat who was sitting there talking about Donald Trump. This is like 2015, 2016. He's like, while he's smoking on weed, man, I'm not going to lie, man. I can't believe you're saying that as a black man. I said, I'm sorry, what? And his girlfriend at the time, good friend of mine, she was, no, he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. I was like, no. Don't know. He said it. Explain yourself. You don't like Donald Trump. He's a bigot and a racist. Please explain to me how you are somehow confused at what I'm supposed to say or think as a black man. And she is now realizing in that instance, as did he, you know what I'm saying, but I know who they are. I know who all of them are. They can't help themselves. It's in their blood. They're liberal. They're Democrats. They are the party of the Klan. They're the party of segregation. The party of Jim Crow. Nobody switched. They just switched up their tactics. And by the way, you leftists out there who listen to the show who are sitting up there shaking your head, that's not true. Yeah, okay. Sure it isn't. You've been telling me for the longest that I'm here trying to curry favor with the white man. Right? I can't have an original thought. The only reason why Reese on the radio is in existence is because I want the white man to love me. Because I've been rejected by my own. That's what it is. You think that's my origin story. You think I became the black villain because black people have rejected me and now I must seek my revenge.
But, all the guys you hung out with were black. Like, before you moved to Virginia.
Exactly. It was like everyone. Like, my entire, beginning crew.
Jamie Montgomery is not a white man.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name? We met
Derek Headley.
Derek? Not white.
These are all the guys I grew up with. TJ Anderson. His name was TJ. Okay?
My
all
first
black.
Bear's name was TJ.
Oh, was it really? All grew up in Hollis, Queens with me. These are the kids I grew up in. We're not talking about in when I was 9, 10, the wonder years. These are guys I knew in my 20s I grew up with. Okay? That's all of them were. My crew, I had a hip-hop crew in my 20s, in the early 90s. I tried to shop a demo with my so-called hip-hop group. There wasn't one white member in it. So I'm very, very much aware of my so-called blackness. I like hip-hop.
Mom's still a black woman, isn't she?
What's that?
Your mom's still black, isn't she?
Remains as so. Anyway, so I know who the Democrat Party is. So when people told me that Connecticut was deep blue, do you know what was the first thing that I thought when they told me that, when I got here?
Crips? No.
No.
Crips running this joint? What?
No, the first thing I said was, I was like, oh, so it must be incredibly racist. And somebody looked at me and went,
what I thought.
Somebody said, well, no. I went, well, that's what deep blue means. And they were like, no, I don't think so. I
I
said,
sold my gun when they said deep blue. I was like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this.
I said, yes. And deep blue to me means very racist. When I hear that, I'm sorry, I just do. Which again, really inviting to me. I love the racist. I do. I get off on the racists. I want to hear them spew their hatred.
God, you love it. It is so... It's interesting to me how you laugh at it and I...
Cringe.
No.
Or get outraged?
Violently
Yeah.
rageful.
No,
Not
I-
outraged. Violent outrage. Like, I want... Like, they're... The things I... I'm going to just leave it locked in my head.
Yeah, for me, it is the funniest thing because it is idiocy, ignorance, backwood, and dumb. It is the most vile and ignorant thing that anyone can display. I love watching the stupidity come out of people's mouths. Because again, and they don't even realize it, that they're so bigoted and they can't control themselves. Because they think, and they've deluded themselves into thinking what they've said is actually helpful. Well, you can't think that way. You're a black person.
You can't hate watermelon.
Yeah, you're black, right?
My cornbread.
Yes, exactly. Hi, welcome to our picnic. Have you had any chicken? I know you're particular.
Oh my gosh. How many times has that happened? It is just, I'm looking at this like...
The first time we met at the picnic.
Yes, but I'm thinking about all of the times that people are unintentionally racist.
What was that woman's name who was trying to get me away from you when she asked me to come over? Remember, she
DC Rachel and
oh, I can't
what was
remember her name. I want to say Gwen or Glenda or something along that line, but it'll come to me. But she was the first. Yeah, so do I.
Short blonde hair.
Very liberal.
Very
liberal, and she wore a sun visor all the
Yes.
time. And she was the one who grabbed me when you were talking, and she says, "Reese, have you had any of the chicken?" That's the first thing she said to me. Very liberal woman.
She friend requested me on Facebook.
Did she?
Not too long ago. Yeah.
So I knew the deal. I knew
She's
the
the one
deal.
that said that your drug of choice was crack because you're black.
No, that's a different woman.
Different woman.
That's a completely
okay,
different
then I'm
woman.
thinking of a different.
That's her name begins with an S or Sandra or something like that. No, that's a different woman. But she said that I liked crack. That was funny as hell. Anyway, but I know that when I hear deep blue, I hear Democrat stronghold. I go, oh, the Klan is here. I do not think liberal in the traditional sense that you do. I know that people are going to see me and be mesmerized, especially those in the black community. But the white folks, oh, they are special when it comes to their non-offensive bigotry and racism. They don't even know how to act. Some of them, and they have asked, something like this, Rozan, which is my favorite one. Where did you grow up?
You're so eloquent.
No.
Spoken.
When I probe them on that, and they go, where did you grow up? And I go, what does that have to do with anything? I was like, well, these are such conservative views. Did you grow up in like Texas or in Kansas? And I go, no, I was born in Hollis, Queens. Oh, Queens? And you came out a Republican? And I'm like, yeah, is that impossible to you?
It came out almost as if you were a white baby born to a black woman.
Exactly.
How did that happen?
How
Your
did that
mother's
happen?
black.
It's like, exactly. And I was like, well, I looked at the situation around me, and I had people who educated me and You know, I'm not a product of the public school system, so I wasn't very much indoctrinated, and I'm self-taught.
And God forbid you have the capability to, I don't know, think independently.
Right. Which is, again, you couldn't have learned that in the regular schools, have you? And I'm like, well, kind of dropped out. So
That's why you don't recycle. Sorry.
So when I found out that Connecticut had one of the most segregated school systems, I said to myself, of course it is. But there's something that people are missing here. While they're all trying to figure out what happened and why is it happening, why are these people doing this and doing that? You mean to tell me that in this place we haven't figured out segregation in the state? But we're blue. We're not conservative. We're not the racist Republicans. We should all be blended together. But I'm saying, wait a minute, folks. How do you breed a Democrat stronghold and keep it so?
Well, you have to
in
keep
perpetuity.
them concentrated.
That's right.
You can't go diluting it with whiteness.
No. Here's the thing. And it's real simple. It's like everything, right? In fact, I'll go a recent story that will sort of jog everybody's memory and go, oh, Southern Poverty Law Center. An organization that had been around since the, late 60s? Right? About that.
Yeah.
So all this time that they've been around, the country becomes more and more colorblind. Right? And if you're an organization that in essence has to exist because there has to be racial strife, all of a sudden you notice that there isn't a lot of it. So you figure in order to be relevant, you have to kind of stretch the imagination on what hatred looks like. Because it can't just be racial bigotry. It must be hatred writ large, any kind. So then
Wheelchairs and hair color.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So then you have to start looking for new ways to find new haters. So then you go beyond of just calling out white hatred. You have to start talking about black hatred. But not in the way that you would in the new Black Panther Party. No, you go after Carol Swain, or you go after Ben Carson.
Okay.
Or you go after Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. Right. All of a sudden, the boundaries, they start to expand. Then I got to go over everybody. And that's not enough because then people start questioning you. They go, yeah, dude, calling Ben Carson a part of a hate group or what's his name? Clarence Thomas, who grew up in the segregated South. Herman Cain, whose father was a limo driver and his mother was a domestic, who sat in the back of a Woolworth in the colored-only section to have dinner. Herman Cain lived through that. Calling that guy a hater and a bigot it really causes some people to be uncomfortable. Dude, that's not right. You can't do that. So then they turn around and go, well, I'm sorry, but we're running out of bigots. So somebody goes, let's invent some. Let's start marketing in bigotry and hatred. So what do you think the Democrat Party does? Just like every other one of these leftist groups, when you can't do the thing, or when you've done doing the thing that you set out to do, you say to yourself, we're not going to be a segregated state. Well, and then everything is done. Everything's fixed, right? And then they go, wait a minute, we don't have any more problems. We can't run on anything anymore. I need to go out and get these people to vote for me. But if they're all tranquil and everybody's happy, I can't run on problems because that's who I am. As a party, we run on issues. And if they don't have an issue, I've got no way to help them and I have no way to intervene. How am I supposed to be a government that does things for the people if there isn't something to do? So we create the issue. So in 1992, they write a paper that says we need to do something about this. But then for 30 years, 35 to be exact, they do nothing. In 1992, they wrote a paper. It was called the Weicker Administration. They had a plan for quality and integrated schools. And it never got done. Never implemented. Small little dribs and drabs here and there, but they never did it. And everybody went to the same old, same old. The objective was keep them segregated. Because guess what? We can write a report in 2026 and we can say, wow, Connecticut is still segregated. We need to do more. And instead of people looking back at all of the administrations here that have been on the left and saying, hey, I can't trust you to fix this problem today. You haven't fixed it since 1992. Why would... But then you say, well, you're not going to give it to the Republicans to fix, are you? No. That's all this is. That's all this segregation report says. Bottom line. The reason why it's segregated is because how else are we going to have a problem to fix? And that's what Democrats do. You wanted to say, I didn't mean to cut you off. But go ahead. What were you...
I don't remember anymore. Thank
you. No problem. You held on to the thought for 5 minutes and I took it away for you. It's okay. This is always how Democrat policies work. These programs that are anti-gang, you've heard all the stories, right? We found out that story in Chicago. There's an anti-gang group that got all of this federal money to stop gangs. Who were they giving the money to? People who said they were in the gang, who used to be in the gang, are now out of it, and they're supposed to do interventions to get people out of the gang. Well, guess what? They found out that those people they were giving those thousands of dollars to, paychecks, I might add, were actually active in the gangs that they were supposed to pull people out of. And guess what? At the end of the day, guess what that organization is going to do? They're going to go knocking on Washington's door. Hey! Yeah, I know we said that we were going to solve some gang violence, but we were only able to reduce it down 1%. But guess what? We're getting a little somewhere. 1% is still 1%. Can we have another $52 million? Here you go. Here's another $52 million. Another administration will come in and say, hey, we're only going to give you guys $30 million. No, wait. No. If you cut our budget, we're never going to be able to save lives. And they never do. They just keep getting paid in perpetuity. NGOs, Rozan, you know the deal. They keep getting paid over and over and over again. And guess what? They never solve the problem. They keep it there because everybody's getting a paycheck, just like everybody's getting elected, just like everybody else is sitting in office saying, today we're going to solve integration. When we come back, I want to play you this audio. Mike Sorelli asked Governor Lamont about this. His answer, by the way, I'm going to be nice here. Somebody get this man off the stage. You have to. He can no longer function by answering questions. These answers are bad. These answers don't even make sense. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell he said to Mike Sorelli. I could not. God bless Mike, but whatever he had to say was crazy. It didn't even make sense, and I'm so glad at City Hall Adam sent it to me. I went, what is this dude talking about? Like, what is he talking about? Do I have it here? I'm seeing if I can play it just in a horrible way. Hold on. Let me see if I got this.
We invest a lot, more than just about any state in education. So our higher end school districts invest a lot more. Even our poor school districts invest a lot more than the national average. That doesn't matter as long as it's making a difference for the kids.
So then what do you attribute causality to then? If we are spending way more, you have increased spending, and we're still alongside these schools that their issues with segregation stretch back to Jim Crow. We don't necessarily have that problem here in Connecticut. What's the cause?
I think we have a tradition of local education. I think that has something to do with it. I think we have a lot more administrative overhead. I'm trying to take the lead on special education, take that burden off the backs of the local schools and the local taxpayers, have the state take more of a lead on that. Always we get more money into the classroom, more care and love and teaching per student. Thanks, Cody.
Did you hear an answer? Did you hear an answer? I didn't hear one. Did that make sense? Why do we have a segregation problem?
Traditional education.
We spend more on education. Yeah, okay, why is it segregated? Why? You couldn't answer that? He doesn't know. He doesn't. These stories, I'm going to use a line from Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate. Did you see that movie?
I think so.
Keanu Reeves.
And the devil is actually played by Pacino.
Right.
Yeah.
And you remember what he says about God?
No.
He's an absentee landlord. That is Ned Lamont. That's what he is. He is asleep at the wheel.
I keep saying it. He needs his own Easter bunny. You have been poo-pooing that since I said it, but it's not going to be long before there's Afghanistan.
He waited.
That will be our answers from now on.
His answer, he waited. He thought about it and just came up with some mumbo jumbo. Get him off the stage, folks. He's got to get off the stage. Stop asking Ned hard questions, Mandrake says. I don't know. We got to go to the bottom of the hour news. We'll be back. Stand by. Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio. We'll return shortly.
Yeah. Don't cancel me yet. Yeah. Give me yeah. Wake up, phone glow, scrolling like let's see. Everybody mad at somebody that's not.
You know how horrible I am. I'm so mad at myself. Mark Mark Christopher in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. I'm so sorry. I looked at the clock. I told her this is the reason why I can't do the show the way that I do it when we go online, is because I forget all the cues. And I looked up and I said, oh, that's right. I got to go to the bottom of the hour. I totally forgot. It's just the way I do things, Rozan. It is just the way I do things. So you didn't hear anything from the boy yet, right?
All he said was it starts at 7. Tried calling him back. He didn't answer.
He said it starts tonight at 7 o'clock?
All he said was it starts at 7. That's all he said. I don't know in any greater context text. Those are the words I got.
Those are the words you got back in a text.
I tried to call him. He didn't respond. I said, what starts at 7? What do you mean? And I've not heard anything. So.
All right. You did text him again?
Yeah. Give
Okay.
all the info I have, sir.
Okay. This is probably, with all due respect, the most unreliable teenager I've ever met.
First of all, he's not the most. I personally have participated in attempting to raise 2 others, and they are far worse. I promise you. That was not my doing.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not the worst.
Mm-hmm. And Alex is asking me what's up with my hat. What's the problem with my hat? What's the problem with my hat? Because it's Boston? Like, is it okay for me to like a team? I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm sorry. I know that's a thing, weirdly. But look, I'm an original, well, I can't say original Yankee fan. I wasn't back in the day. But, they used to be my team back in the 70s when I was 8. But it's just not my team anymore. I moved on. I moved on. Sorry. It's okay. I think I love the Sox, man. I'm sorry. I moved on. So did you text the boy at all? And no, I'm saying.
Does somebody want to go ahead in the chat box and tell Reese what has already transpired?
Okay, so you texted him and then he texted you back and said it starts at 7 and that's the last he said.
That is.
So I'm going to call him. You want me to call him, don't you?
I love you so much.
But you want me to call him, right?
I don't like that I'm the middleman in this because I don't know what you want. He makes me want to choke him. And so being the go-between really is frustrating. I hate having to repeat myself. I hate having to be repeated to. And I love that boy. I do, just the way I love you. But sometimes I need somebody else to intervene because I can't control. I can't just do it. You deal with it. I love you.
I thought I made it clear to him what the instructions were. In fact, you recorded them for him.
You recorded a message for him, sent it to him. Whatever it starts at 7 means, I'm going to assume that festivities begin at 1900. What the festivities are, who's going to be there, who to talk to, I don't know anything else. I literally...
Okay. It's all right. Do you understand right now the reason why I don't have an assistant?
Yeah, because you need to control these things.
That isn't
You are the proverbial flame under the feet.
In order to have an assistant, I would need that person to take my brain and put it in theirs.
Right. It's anticipatory.
Yeah.
And you seldom are clockable.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, anticipating your wants and needs are excruciatingly painful.
Yeah.
I have worked with plastic surgeons that are easier to anticipate than you.
I wish, I want you to see this scene from Swimming with Sharks.
Which one?
The beginning of the movie where Benicio del Toro is telling Fred Worley, I think his name is, telling him how to operate with Kevin Spacey as his boss. And it was like, he brought him the pink one when he asked for the blue. And he was like, tomorrow.
And then he breaks it down for him as to being able to pay attention to the most minute details.
Saying that you're going to do it again. We got to go to traffic. Let's get another check of traffic
and
weather. Mark Christopher is in the BPS. I told you I was going to miss it. Mark Christopher is in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
Yeah. Don't catch me yet. Yeah. Give me yeah. Wake up, phone glow, scrolling like let's see. Everybody mad at somebody that's not me. New post saying breathing is offensive. I'm like, I just woke up, how am I a menace? One day, charge say, here we do the socks it. Tuesday, they need a strong man for the optics. One thread say, man, sit down, stay quiet. Next clip, where the girl is at, I can't find her. One show say my grandma's kinda backwards. Slang show using grandma slinging now, but after old folks doing that, they shout in the segment. In crowd with signature, we lost all our blessings. They like that's racist. Can't say that erase it. Blink twice wrong and they case it. Whole world yelling that's racist. That's racist. Sip side same phrases. New rules same places. Whatever the day is, the phrase is. Yeah, that's racist. Turn on CNN panel, look a word. Every single topic, the nation's in a hurry. Understand on my screen, righteous in a circle. Send a fair of Sammers, calling more commercials. The view at 11, coffee on the table. 1 minute, man bad, next we needle stable. One day, stay home, girl, love yourself. Yeah, next day, bones up. Fan Josh posting needle white girls in the comments that we hate Karens. Next fits ain't cool, leading all the errands. Screaming, that's harassment at the drive-through curb. But we won this world on they phone like we're on today. So which is it today, Queen or villain? You can't say Queen has old school chillin'. I take back 8 and now Queen is a Tonkin in my brain doing backflips, keeping up at all of it. They like that's racist. Can't say that erase it. Change one word, still face it. Old cow shouting, that's racist. That's great. New rules, they chase it. Spin wheel, them taste it. Whatever the case is, the phrasing, that's racist. If I say nothing, that's racist. If I say something, that's racist. If I just listen, that's racist. If I keep living, that's racist. If I agree, that's racist. If I disagree, that's racist. If I sit here, that's racist. If I drink green, probably lazy. They like that's racist. Can't say that erase.
All right, we're back. Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio. He has to remind me again exactly where I am on the... I'm sorry. I'm going to get it right. I promise. I will figure it out. We're back, and we're live, of course, on WTIC.com, the Odyssey app, and ReeseOnTheRadio.com if you want to watch the program as well. He's been trying to call for like all week, and I haven't heard from him in days. White Mike is on the line. What's going on, boss?
Holy crap. Well, that was perfect timing. I literally just took you off hold.
What's up?
I'm starting to think that you don't want to have me on because I'm too controversial, or a lot of controversial stuff's been going on.
Yeah, but no, that really wasn't the case. It's like if I'm in a frame of thought, I know you're going to take me off the rails, so to speak. So because we're online today and on off of regular radio, I figured, hey, White Mike is here, and I haven't talked to him in a while, and you have not stirred the pot like you normally do in a bit. So why not take that risk today?
Man, there's so much stuff going on. I know you're up in Connecticut and you guys have election season like we do down here in Florida, but the amount of shady crap the Republican Party of Florida is trying to pull is shocking. Have you heard this nonsense? I know you probably haven't. Listeners haven't.
Well, I'm assuming you're talking about the governor's race.
Yes. They've decided, the Republican Party of Florida, that only one person has met the qualifications to enter the debate.
And that person, of course, is your probably most loathed candidate, Byron Donald.
Yeah, Byron Donald. The one who is refusing to debate, even though we know the guy in second place is very close to him. They're trying to do to the Republicans what they did with Kamala Harris.
Ooh.
And place a nominee.
So... And you guys are of the belief that, do you believe that this is happening with the national RNC that's supporting Byron Donald?
Well, it's the Republican Party of Florida who's running this Sunshine Showdown thing.
Gotcha.
Oh, they also said they weren't going to invite him to the Sunshine Showdown because he's anti-Semitic. Right?
Oh, okay.
So Fishback was disinvited because he's anti-Semitic. And what he said was, I didn't know that I had to support another country as part and parcel of being part of this party. and he ain't wrong.
Right. Of course, you should be able to. But, okay, this is a question I'd been thinking about yesterday after the elections in New York City. And not that I was sort of curious at what your answer was to this. I want to tell you right off the bat, Mike, I don't mean to pigeonhole you or to sort of hold you to a particular standard, but I got to ask. So we have a lot of people who are running in New York who are pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas, who won primaries yesterday, who are got rid of guys like Dan Goldman and got rid of this guy, whatever his name is, the Latino in the Northern District, and I'm forgetting his name. But anyway, one of the standard bearers in the Hispanic caucus. But anyway, are you willing to, can you support the anti-Zion, anti-Israel candidate if they are pro-Hamas? Like, where do you draw the line on the sort of...
Look, I think that the stuff that's come out about Trump calling Netanyahu out and saying, look, dude, you can't blow up apartment buildings because somebody walked in there. He's got a point with this stuff. I think some of this stuff's been heavy-handed.
Yeah.
I don't think that I support Hamas. I also don't believe in collective punishment like is going on.
Correct.
And it's too far. It's too much. And I think, dude, we're trying to get this peace deal with the Iranians, and call me crazy, but every time we get something lined up, Iran or Israel goes and messes with Lebanon, and then they shut the thing down again. So I want to know, like, if giving you $1 trillion since 1947 and bankrolling you is not enough to get a little bit of leeway to put the choker on you to stop messing stuff up, I don't know what we got to do. You know what I mean?
You know what? Don't get me wrong. That part is annoying the hell out of me because, again, Netanyahu is this, somebody said the other day, it's like Netanyahu has got the hardliners in Israel who are saying, you got to keep punching. Where on the other hand, Donald Trump is sort of like saying, look, dude, we can turn this into a peaceful exchange with everybody making hell of a bunch of money and having a sort of tranquil Middle East within reason. Beyond it, I believe it'll never ever be tranquil, but at least we could get something within reason. And you're right. When Netanyahu started bombing Lebanon, the first thing that ran through my mind was like, dude, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, he's messing it up because I don't know what their beef is with Lebanon. I know that Hezbollah's over there or whatever.
Right.
But dude, there's an awful lot of Christians in Lebanon. It's a majority Christian nation. And you also saw the video of the old church getting destroyed and shady stuff going on. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the whole thing. I'm done with it. I want it over.
But I'm trying to figure out, it's like because look, I know that there are some, you are one of these guys that I know who I've talked to and I communicate with, who are saying, look, what's happening in Israel, you got to really pay attention. You send me messages all the time. It's like, dude, you got to consider this. This is the reason why there's such animosity towards people or Zionists or Israelis or blah, blah, blah. Look at some of the dirty things that are happening there and the things that they're doing. But I'm going on the other side and I'm going, well, wait a minute. Well, we can't be in New York and saying justification for guys who are Hezbollah sympathizers to get into power because there were more and more people who are becoming anti-Israel. I almost feel like, we are throwing the baby out with the bathwater and we're getting something far worse.
Well, dude, I look at those idiots as latching on to this, just like the idiots latching on to communism.
Yeah.
They don't understand. They're doing a very surface level analysis.
Yeah.
Radical Islam is not great. I don't support that either. I kind of want all of this stuff not to affect my pocketbook.
Right.
And I know we said it before. The Republican Party is going to have to really reconsider its position on Israel because that hardline boomer God's people thing is not flying with Gen X and younger.
It is true. That's right. Because the number of people who are pushing back against that alliance, okay, here's the way I look at it. I can completely understand that Gen Z is kind of moving away from the support Israel stance. My problem with that is, and what's completely destroys their argument, is that they are finding themselves in line with people like Hezbollah and Hamas. This discredits them, in my view.
Well, I think that may be the lefties, but the young right-wing guys are not supporting those people.
Fair enough.
I don't have health insurance. I can't buy a house. Everything's expensive, and we're giving billions of dollars to this country to fight a war that is only making our gas prices higher.
Right, indeed.
So they don't get it, and they're right. You better watch Florida, man. If I tell you right now, you take this to the bank. If Byron Donald gets the nomination, I'm going to vote for the Democrat for governor.
No, come on, dude.
I would rather have 4 years of an ineffective David Jolly who's hamstrung by the Republican legislature than 4 years of pro-development, wall-kissing Byron Donald who's going to sell my state out and turn every inch of green space into a data center or a freaking strip mall.
All right, I hear you, boss.
That we need to build more houses in Florida. It's like, no, bro, we're full. We need to start making it harder for folks to move here.
Yeah.
We need to start slapping import taxes on them and impact fees and make these people buy existing houses and not build new houses.
That's a good point. I mean, like I said, they do need to buy the houses that are already there. So please stop developing.
Yeah. This beautiful state is being turned into a strip mall of big box stores and corporate restaurants that all look the same. And you've noticed that every single restaurant and store looks exactly the same now, right?
I have noticed that even back in, 10, 15 years ago when I used to go to Tampa. Yeah, it's getting to that point.
Everything is beige boxes.
Yeah.
There's no more golden arches or Taco Bells with little houses and bells on the roof. No.
Thank you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Later.
You got it. White Mike, ladies and gentlemen. He's okay, there's obviously disdain in your face.
It's not disdain, no. It's disagreement.
Okay.
I don't think Gen X has a problem with supporting Israel. I think Gen X is probably the last generation that remembers.
Oh no, he was talking about the new generation. Not Gen X. Millennials.
Gen Z.
Yeah,
Gen Y.
Millennials and Gen Z.
I don't know that millennials struggle that much either. I really feel like the bigger issue is coming from Gen Z, Gen Alpha. I think they're the bigger problem. You know, there's this. I was doing research on it, and there's this belief that the Jews have too much power. That is a legitimate complaint, right? The problem is, and we discussed this, when you compare and contrast that with the influx of immigrants, we'll call them the refugees from the most recent wars that we fought in this country. When you see the influx of those people coming here and coincide or correlate that with the rise in this anti-Semitism in our Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, they go hand in hand. You're seeing the increase. The reason being is that a bunch of these children were dumped into our public school system. My son, the demographics of my son's entire high school changed.
Wow, dramatically.
My son used to be a very accepting, open-minded person. Now all of a sudden he's like anti-Zion, anti-Israel, anti-Jew.
People, but so many of the people don't explain or people don't understand that environments, when they change, so do ideologies.
Right. And that is leading to what we're seeing in this increase in socialism. It started, for my son, I noticed the change, when was it, 23? When we brought the planes full of them here, we dropped them in Dulles, right? And they had to go somewhere. Where'd they go? They all went into Northern Virginia and Maryland. The kids that went to Northern Virginia ended up in our entire neighborhood.
Right.
Our entire demographic has changed. The entire mindset has changed. And now you're seeing it, anti-Zion, anti-capitalism. And look at where they came from. These are people who, they hate the West. They hate everything about the West. They hate the way we think. They hate the way we walk. They hate the way we dress. They hate the way we look. But they're here willing to take full advantage of everything that we have, while working strategically to get us out of power.
I'll tell you the part that I found strange when we went to the boys' graduation, and we went to George Mason, and the amount of young people, especially young males, who had the pants sagging. I saw one of them was carrying a gun at what was supposed to be a graduation event. And they're standing there, and they look like your average hood kid on the corner with the skinny jeans and the.
But they're not black or Hispanic.
They were not black. These were Africans.
Africans, but also another place that I can't.
Yeah, that's right. Muslim. No, you can say Muslim. They were.
You've kind of given me some perspective on that.
No, but I'm just saying that these were young
it was
kids.
Predominantly black Africans, like from Africa.
Oh yeah.
and Afghan kids,
Exactly.
Afghani kids that are walking around sagging their pants. The boys are carrying guns and the girls are wearing hijabs.
Yeah.
And this is culturally normal.
Right.
This is what it looks like over there.
Mhm.
And if you've ever trained to go over there, you've ever watched videos of how to go over there, you ever study the culture, this is normal. The
Yeah.
men carry guns, the young boys, the younger the boys, all the child soldiers in Africa. So this is normal, right?
Indeed.
But what is their biggest, mantra aside from death to America?
Death to the infidel.
Death to Israel.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that.
So you see that massive dumping of this youth into our public school systems. What do you think is happening to our kids?
Yeah.
And I mean, we've had a couple of teacher friends show us the paperwork that they're finding kids are being, they're being told they have to send kids home with. They're being sent home with, accept this, and it's, Muslims with the hijab and the hibab and reading the Quran and Arabic writing. And this is what our children are being forced to tolerate because they don't want to be called bigots or racists or Islamophobes. But God forbid you showed them anything with a Bible or a cross or Jesus Christ.
And that would be, exactly. Anything with the Bible, anything, the American flag is considered controversial.
The girls have told me that the American flag is cringe because it's racist. How on God's green earth is red, white, and blue racist?
Yeah.
There were African American, there were freed slaves that bought,
Rely on the lie is what I tell you.
And I would also like to say that the first black congressmen, there were, I think, 8 of them. All 8 of them, the first 8, anyway, black men were congressmen, freed black men, born free black men, never been slave black men, a mixture, all ran for office, became congressmen or governors, and they were all running in the Republican Party. Why? Because the Republican Party has always been the party of inclusion. Democrats want to find your differences, exploit them, and ensure to classify you and keep you separated based on those differences. And if you don't believe me, take a step back and look historically. Heck, even in the last year, the last 12 months, what have the Democrats done?
I don't know.
It's otherism. You're black, but you're tall, so technically you're not in this group. You have to go to that group. Well, you're, a blonde white woman, and you're a liberal, so go to that group. Well, you have purple hair and a septum piercing, so you go to that group. Everything with these people is a different group. I'm LGBT, LMNOP. You go to that group. Yeah, but I'm LMNOGBT. Oh, well, you go to that group. That's all they do is they separate, they classify, separate, and exploit your differences.
We're about to come up on the last hour of the show, but I wanted to say that tomorrow I want to thank Karen Thomas, our good friends at the Friendly Hands Food Bank. Coffee with Karen is her event tomorrow. She said it's coffee time. Take a break, sip, enjoy a casual conversation with Karen Thomas, Executive Director of Friendly Hands Food Bank, and a monthly special guest. Tomorrow's special guest at 10 o'clock at the Friendly Hands Food Bank is none other than yours truly, Reese on the radio. I will be speaking for an hour to members at the Veteran Hall. So anyway, I'll tell you all about it when I come back from it tomorrow here on the program. Let's get another check of traffic and weather. Our good friend Mark Christopher's back. He's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
Yeah.
She see a cute little house on a hill. Baby, that one, I'm like chill. Next day it's a cottage by the sand. Scrolling on the phone with a wedding plan. Then it's puppies, just one more. Now the shoes got a whole new floor. Every wish on a tongue done. still I'm smiling like she already won. Rozan, you want everything from the keys to the car to a diamond ring. Rozan, girl, I'm your biggest fan. If you point out, buy it, that's the game plan. Spoiled you up, but I like that thing. Gold card heart on a silken string. Rozan, yeah, I'll do what I can, cause I'm rich in love and you're the grand plan. Hey. Oh, yeah. She see a baby, now she got that stare. Wouldn't it be cute while she's fixing her hair? Already got names for the future crew. She's picking their outfits before they're due. It's vacation, she ain't even Googled yet. She wants a view that the sun can't forget. I'm out here counting up my overtime. She's out here counting every dream of mine. Rozan, you want everything from the couch to the crib to a pink swing. Rozan, girl, I'm your biggest fan. If you point out, buy it, that's the game plan. Spoiled you are, but I like that thing. Gold card heart on a silken string. Rozan, yeah, I'll do what I can, cause I'm rich in love and you're the grand plan. You say I just laugh and find the receipt. Cause every wild little wish you make feels like a gift I get to take. Rozan, you want everything from the moon to the yard to a nose ring. Rozan, girl, I'm your biggest fan. If you point out, buy it, that's the game plan. Spoiled you are, but I like that thing. Gold card heart on a silken string. Rozan, yeah, I'll do what I can, cause I'm rich in love and you're the grand plan. Rozan.
Pull up slow, black SUV, clipboard crew, DHSID. Lady in leggings, filming my plate, screaming, this is my block at the gate. Chill. You in the pull up slow, black SUV, clipboard crew, DHSID. Lady in leggings, filming my plate, screaming, this is my block at the gate. Chill. You in the lane, phone to your face, arguing laws, you just Google today. We got a warrant and work to get done. You got a latte and yoga at 1. Ma'am, step back, 3 times said it. You quote a blog like the state senate. Blocking the driveway, stroller red shield. Whole revolution in the Whole Foods field. You beat the hood like a snare drum, wow. Think of the children. Why live on your dial? We tryna move, you tryna trend. Man, pick a lane, this where it ends. If you're attacking my car, I gotta hit and run. Leave me with permanent scars, I got hit and run. You try and push me too far, I gotta hit and run. No, I don't care who you are, I gotta hit and run. Short haircut, big minivan. I pay your salary. There she stands, lean on the bumper, blocking the path, cursing us out while she's filming a rap. Ice is illegal, that's not a thing. Mascara smearing, patriotic ring. Friends in the comments cheering you on, but we got cuffs and a job to be done. You hit the hood with your protest sign. We hit the gas, stay inside the line. You fake a limp, then hop and sprint when the tire rolls close to your tiny dent. Help! I've been crushed on the asphalt clean, laying more drama than a daytime scene. We log reports, we're gone by noon. You're still arguing with a park platoon. Still, if you're attacking my car, I gotta hit and run. Leave me with permanent scar, I gotta hit and run. You try and push me too far, I gotta hit and run. No, I don't care who you are, I gotta hit and run. Step to the side, ma'am, step to the side. Laws in the folder, not in your life. Traffic backed up, folks losing time. You chasing clout, we clocked on the dime. Step to the curb, ma'am, step to the curb. You in the street yelling all of those words. Bang on the glass, you're forcing my hand. Hit and run rhythm when the wheels expand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're attacking my car, I gotta hit and run. Leave me with permanent scars, I gotta hit and run. You try and push me too far, I gotta hit and run. No, I don't care who you are, I gotta hit and run. If you're attacking my car, I gotta hit
Hey, we're back. Reese on the radio. Rozan on the radio. I went to the wrong thing. Look at that. There we go. Wrong screen there. Okay. We're back. You know what time it is. Come on. You know the deal. News. News. Today's birthday. Beyonce's not attractive, very weird-looking sister, Solange Knowles, turns 40 years old today. Have you ever heard a song by Solange? It sounds
Isn't
like
that what you use to wash dishes?
No.
A sponge.
a sponge. No, Solange. She turns 40. Can't believe she's 40. I remember when she was just a kid.
A sponge.
Kurt Smith for Tears of Fears turned 65, and Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac turned 79. On this day in music in 1965, the Hollies scored their first UK #1 with I'm Alive, which held the top spot for 3 weeks and became one of the band's many top 40 hits. In 1966, on this day, the Beatles kicked off their final world tour in Munich, Germany. In 1997, Procol Harum's A Winter's Shade of Pale entered the Billboard Hot 100. The Baroque pop classic peaked at #5 in the U.S. and topped the U.K. charts and ranks among the best-selling singles of all time. And in 2007, the White Stripes hit #1 in the U.K. With their final solo album called Icky Thump, their second U.K. chart topper after Elephant. And I think Elephant, that was when it had doom, 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 doom. Yeah, that was a thing back then.
Well,
Jack
learned
White.
so much today.
Yeah, Jack White. Yeah, yes, you did. I'm just saying. It's it's one of those things. All right, let's get into traffic and weather. Mark Christopher is back, and we'll wrap this up. He's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
Every time he talk, they jump. Flip the script, hit the front, yeah. Every time he talk, they jump. Flip the script, hit the front, yeah. Turn a typo to a bomb. Man, chill, what's going on? Trump said, what? Whole room freeze up. Turn a little post to a 5-alarm bust like Trump said, what? News feed erupt. Every single word like the sky going bust. Hey, Trump said, what? Talk headline up. Pointing at the screen like they calling in a bus, yeah. Trump said, what? Can't get enough. Say his name once, that's a week-long rush. Wake up, same thing, new spin on the panel. One line, now they treat it like a 5-part channel. He sneezed, breaking. He blinked, shaking. Got him camped by the phone, just waiting. Truth post drop, now they pace in the lobby. Got 6 experts for a 6-word hobby. Zoom in slow-mo, frame by frame. Read lips, read tea leaves, read that name. Every chiron loud in the lower third box. World on fire over 10 small thoughts. Man, click, ratings rise. They don't blink, they dramatize. Trump said, what? Whole room freeze up. Turn a little post to a 5-alarm bust like Trump said, what? News feed erupt. Every single word like the sky going bust. Hey, Trump said, what? Talk headline up. Pointing at the screen like they calling in the bus, yeah. Trump said, what? Can't get enough. Say his name once, that's a week-long rush. New clip, same face on a different network. Run it every hour like a late-night sweat work. Zoom on the podium, zoom on the hand. Body language says he got a secret plan. He joked, that's doom. He shrugged, that's news. They'll debate that shrug till the weekend through. Sources say up in 30-point font. Got folks more stressed than the thing they want. Every hashtag spin like a cyclone. They can talk about jobs, now we on that phone. Refresh, reload, encore, on loop. Whole world tuned to the same one, dude.
He just talk. Hey, yeah. Sound the alarm. Post. Hey, yeah. Country in harm. Type. Hey, yeah. Push the alert. Whoa. 3 short words. Whole show convert.
Said what? Whole room freeze up. Turn a little post to a 5-alarm bust like Trump said what? News feed erupt. Every single word like the sky going bust. Hey, Trump said what? Talk headline up. Pointing at the screen like they calling in the bus, yeah. Trump said what? Can't get enough. Say his name once, that's a week-long rush.
We're back. Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio. You're, I've never seen you like this. Even, usually, you just, irritable.
Today I'm feeling kind of ornery, yeah.
You don't know why it's just on? It just happened?
Well, I know why, but it's not, mixed company and all.
It's biology.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Everything is annoying, and I want to go to sleep, but I want to go hang out with my friends, and I want cake, but I also want chocolate, but I don't really want cake, and it can't really be chocolate, and I'm freaking irritated. Everything, I'm kind of feeling a little stabby, but not violent murder stabby, just annoyed stabby, like maybe spork stabby, not knife stabby.
Spork.
Yeah.
How do I, as a husband...
Tolerate this?
No.
Navigate?
Yeah, thank you. That's a great word. How do I navigate around this? Because I almost feel like I have to let you be whoever this person is and not get in your way, but still be helpful. Like, in other words, I almost feel like I should carry the bags and open the doors and then not say anything. Like, don't even be jokey.
Like that time you got sniffed, you're not just be still.
I got sniffed by some woman. I don't know why, but she sniffed me. But nonetheless, my point is, what should I do as a husband?
Snacks.
Just bring you
Bring
snacks.
me snacks and snuggle me and then get off me when I tell you to leave me the hell alone.
Right.
But also kind of be close, but not too close. Do not eat a grape. Do not eat a nut. In fact, if you want to eat, go...
In another room.
No, to a restaurant. But make sure to bring me food back.
Okay.
Just don't eat in front of me right now. In fact, maybe you should not breathe either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is that kind of thing where anything can set you off.
Yeah, it's not your fault. And I
Oh, no, I don't take
know,
it personal.
I know you know that, but I feel bad.
Really?
I really do. I feel badly that I feel this, but it's kind of like, it's like you have to fart, right? And no matter how hard you try to hold the fart in, it seeps out.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what this is. Like, my whole body is a giant fart, and it's all seeping out. Even though I'm trying really hard to keep it.
This bad attitude, like no matter how much you try to contain
Believe it or not, I'm containing. It is so suppressed right now. I'm suppressing so much.
It was like anger and hatred. It's like, is that what it is? It's like it's billowing inside. It's
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I told you I'm feeling a little stabby, but not knife stabby, spork stabby.
So is
I
this-
don't want to do real damage. I just want to leave a few marks.
So this is a hormonal thing because we as guys don't, like, we would write that off.
No, guys, your hormones include, hey, pretty woman, let's go, right? And then I'm hungry, I've got to poop, and I've got to sleep. Those are the only hormones men have, I'm convinced. You don't have anything else, right?
Okay.
And when there's a change in your hormones as a man, you get a belly or you get, other
bloats,
genital issues, things, but it's really manageable for men. In fact, they make you can go on Amazon probably and order whatever pills you need and it'll be hand delivered by Jeff Bezos with an apology note for taking so long. But for us, it's everything. Everything is impacted. And I'm looking at it now. I just asked Grok. Here's I want cake, but not cake. I want to be with my friends, but also want to take all the things I just said. And I said, what phase am I in? And Grok says, you're in late luteal phase. Everything is about to start shedding. Once the shedding is beginning, that's when things are not fun.
Oh, okay. You're talking about your cycle.
Right.
Yeah, okay. We could say that word. We don't, I don't like the other word.
Right. So ambivalent cravings for chocolate and sweets, but not fully wanting them. Anger and irritation with no clear trigger. A strong desire for a nap or fatigue. Conflicting feelings, wanting to see friends, and hating everything right now. This is normal. This is normal. And this is what we have been doing this, depending on how old she was when she got her first period. We have been doing this for decades.
By the way, that was the word.
What?
Don't like that word.
Which one?
The P word. The P word. It makes me uncomfortable.
Period?
Yes. Don't say it again.
What's the thing at the end of a sentence?
Still don't like it.
Well,
so my point is
punctuated.
So what I'm saying is like, okay, and this is, I've never been able to figure this out. And no, I've never even asked because I almost feel like I would only be barking up the wrong tree or maybe even triggering.
No, ask.
Why is it that women are not having these conversations with women? and they're all realizing it
Because
and going
we
on.
already know you don't know. You need to be educated. Here I go. I'm sorry.
Well,
I apologize.
TikTok is the place where all of these women are venting about it, but you women aren't talking to each other
Sure
about
we
it.
do.
No.
You guys just aren't around when we do it.
No, you're barking at each other talking about
Why
it.
do
And
you
I
think
do.
we're barking?
Well, hear me out. I'll tell you. Because I'll see you women together of a certain age talking about menopause. And the way that you guys talk about menopause is almost the way that me and Craig in the car will jar about whether or not the umpire was right when he called it a strike or not. Because we'll bark at each other like, no, it was at the corner, it was on the inside, and I don't care what the graphic says, it was there.
Right,
and then you'll
he's
be back to me and be like, no, because of this thing. Blah, blah. When you guys are talking about menopause, you guys are shouting at each other. It's like, yeah, but then what about the cold sweats? And I'm like, ugh.
Right. You have no frame of reference. You think we're barking. We are passionately...
Describing?
No, we have. Oh my God, I found you. You get me. You see me. I see you. Holy crap. We are so happy at this shared pain. And like I said, we've been going through this for decades. By the time you get to my age and the hormones have all but left, that little barrier that kept us like, oh, I'm having my period. Can you please get me some? That crap is gone. Whatever hormone it was that controlled that sweet demeanor little, I'm so demure. That is gone. There's none of that left, right? So now we are violent, angry, rageful. We want cake and chocolate and a nap. And please shut the hell up. Don't touch me, but come close. Like all of those things at the same time, there's no more barrier between me and you. That barrier is gone.
I'm just saying.
So we're angry?
Yes.
No. We are...
Oh, you're not angry. Okay.
No. We are commiserating.
Okay.
But in a sense of community. I finally feel seen and heard and understood.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, me too! It's...
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't try
You
to.
don't get it, I know.
No, it's difficult for me to try to understand it, so I don't.
I don't mean it in... I know you... I tend to sound dismissive, and I apologize. That wasn't what I intended. I'm understanding and appreciating. You don't get it, and that's okay. You're not supposed to get it. If you got it, we'd be lesbians.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Am I wrong?
No, you no, I understand.
Right, hundo.
I don't, you know what? I've learned to navigate through this better than I could have ever in my life
Right,
because
but you're
it's
almost 60 too,
Yeah.
so you've had a lot of
maybe
practice.
true. That may be true. I keep forgetting I'm almost 60.
I know, it's weird.
Um,
I'm dating an almost senior citizen.
Okay, all right.
Dating, married. Sorry, I forgot. Forgot.
I don't know what Bones and Joey V are talking
Hey,
about.
Bones.
Yeah, that's Roseanne's brother.
It's my baby brother.
We don't do that. He's his younger brother.
You don't do that.
He's a grown man.
You don't do that. Don't come over here with your democratic socialist, acceptivism.
Well, don't diminish him by calling him your baby
diminishing
brother.
him. He's my baby brother.
All right, whatever. But this is the part that my point was about all of this was that I'll never be able to understand what you're going through. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do in that. My natural reaction when you're going
Run
through
away and hide.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yes, and
Run.
you have no idea what that does, what that says to me.
It says that you're being rejected.
It is a massive rejection.
Yeah,
This is a time where I don't want you to touch me, but I also need to hear you breathing, but don't breathe over here. Better yet, Partisse, what's his name?
Oh, Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah. You could be around.
Right.
Like watching me from the vents or something.
Yeah.
What you doing? Remember that bit? That
Yeah.
whole bit? That is women in this time of the month. We want you, like you could watch me, but don't
touch you.
Interrupt me. Don't interact with me. And if I need something, just be close enough where I could say, okay, I'm sorry, Chris, younger brother. Still my baby brother. Anyway, I want you to be around because I might watch a video that's going to make me cry and I need you to come and hug me.
Okay.
But I might also watch a video that makes me violently rageful, so I need you to be close enough to hear me ranting and raving. You okay? I'm fine. All right. Like, I still need you there, but I don't want you there. Does that... It's... So just listen. I saw videos...
Listen, I need you there, but I don't want you there. No, I kind of think I understand that. I think I do. There's a part of me where I kind of understand
Just throw snacks at me periodically.
Right.
In fact, what you should do is take me home.
Right.
Drop me at daycare.
Right.
Right? Go buy snackies.
Okay.
And then pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
And then take me home.
Mm-hmm.
And put me to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Let me binge watch my shows. And then when I start crying or you hear me, whatever it is.
If you sigh.
Throw a snacky at me.
Okay.
You good? No? Here's a snacky. I am now a lion. And you just are an alligator. You got to throw some snackies at me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the heck that these two are bickering about, but I must have missed something about the two. They're back and forth. Chris and Joseph are saying something about they don't know each other. I don't know. It must be some off the.
We
stuff.
missed something.
We missed something in the communication. Get along in that room. No bickering.
See,
everybody's friends here.
I can vouch for her childhood wardrobe. He can tell you. That's my little brother, and he can tell you I wore my older brother's hand-me-downs. That's how poor I was.
Oh, did I miss all of that?
Yeah.
I missed all of that.
Yeah,
in the
he comes
chat
in, he says, "What's up, scallywags? I can vouch for the wardrobe." Yeah. It's true.
That falls mostly on the parents who want to give their kids everything they didn't have, but have failed to teach them the hard work ethics. Yes,
that's
that was earlier.
That's the
yeah.
everybody gets a trophy, kids.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
was
the
a good
truth.
point.
That's
Yeah.
the truth, man.
Michael A says loves the music during the breaks. Thank you. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. I must have missed that. Oh, Hunter says I was a diehard Yankee fan up until they went woke and forgot who their fan base is. True point. Missing baseball bad. Might have to become an underdog fan and root for the Sox. Yeah, because we straight suck.
Or
Mm-hmm.
and hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yard goats.
Yeah, why not?
I like the yard
That's
goats.
right. Hey, you can see them right in town.
I've really come to appreciate smaller franchises and non-professional leagues, like not the NFL or the NBA. I find that those professional guys, like they get paid a lot of money and
Right.
they're playing with balls. And, you know, I like these smaller teams. They are less
Hey, find out when the U.S. plays again, because I missed the Australia game, which I hate, and I know everybody said that was a good game. But I have to find out when. I know they're playing. Oh, I can't
Turkey.
remember. Is it
It's
Turkey?
Yeah. We made it into the.
Are you sure?
I looked it up at the at daycare at Stadium 15.
Oh, I was under the strange feeling that it was going to be Iran. I think there's somebody who's wishing that we play Iran. I
Well,
thought it was Iran next.
Stand by.
I'm almost certain it is, because it almost seems like irony that they're going to be playing them, because that game I'll watch. That's going to be a great game. And listen, I don't know if you're a true soccer fan out there or not, or if you watch the American teams during the World Cup. I have to admit, and so do you, this does not look like soccer from old U.S. teams. This team looks good. They play well. They're fast. They are, I guess fast and quick are not two different things in this case, but they are, and they're crafty. Oh, are they crafty? I'm trying to remember the kid. Malik gets on my nerves sometimes, but he's all right. U.S. World Cup tomorrow. It's been great. Yes, thank you, Craig. What do you got?
U.S. versus Turkey.
Okay, so it is Turkey. What game is that? What day is that, I should say?
June 25th.
Okay, that's tomorrow.
10 p.m.
Okay, good. Night game. All right. It's late, but where are they playing?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I'll probably be asleep.
Listen, I was gonna say you can go and watch it.
Yeah.
Just make sure I have a pile of snackies around me. You'll come back home and I'll be like clutching snackies.
Why is it so late tomorrow? Are they playing on the West Coast?
California.
Is
I
it
just forgot-
California?
It just
Yeah.
made sense. LA,
Yeah.
I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're somewhere over there.
All right, 3-hour difference. That makes sense. And they are playing Turkey, yes. Okay, I'll watch. Turkey's over. I mean, that should be an easy win.
Right. It's my understanding that the U.S. is scheduled to play England on the 4th of July.
No, that's right. That much I know.
I know.
That much I know.
The Brit who made this video that I saw says, it's kind of like that's a reenactment or
Yeah, exactly.
something like that.
That actually is
Just
cool.
rub it in our face.
Somebody set it
US.
up that way. That's a brilliant. That's actually pretty smart. So yeah, I'm really, really loving the World Cup this time around. I've loved it before, but this time feels different, especially, and I have to say social media has played a huge role in that with all these people being here and all the stuff that we're seeing, outside of the news. If we had just had the regular networks, there's so much of this stuff we wouldn't miss.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't see, I should say.
I uploaded like 5 videos on my personal page, because somebody I commented about how I thought I wanted to leave and retire in Italy, but based on seeing all of these people here, talking about how much they love our country and all the things that even I have yet to take advantage of, and I don't want to leave anymore. And somebody said, well, are you sure it's not AI? And I was like, you know what? Here you go. And I just had to send them all out because there's no way all of these people are AI. And everybody's got different versions of what makes America so great.
Yeah,
I love it here. It's
people want to make it anything. Oh, when we come back, I totally forgot. Stupidest thing I read today, which dovetails into our segregation story. You don't want to miss that as well. Let's get another check of traffic and weather. Mark Christopher is back. He is in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
Yeah. Don't catch me yet. Yeah. Yeah. Don't catch me yet. Yeah. Come here. Yeah. Wake up, phone glow, scrolling like, let's see. Everybody mad at somebody that's not me. New post saying breathing is offensive. I'm like, I just woke up, how am I a menace? One day, charge say, every dude is toxic. Tuesday, they need a strong man for the optics. One thread say, man, sit down, stay quiet. Next clip, where the girl is at, I can't find her. One show say my grandma's kinda backwards. Slang show, losing grandma slinging now, but after. Old folks doing that they shout in the segment. In crowd where signature, we lost all our blessings. They like that's racist. Can't say that erase it. Blink twice wrong and they case it. Whole world yelling that's racist. That's racist. Sip side same phrases. New rules same places. Whatever the day is, the phrase is. Yeah, that's racist. Turn on CNN panel, look a word. Every single topic, the nation's in a hurry. Understand on my screen, righteous in a circle. Send a fair of Sammers, calling more commercials. The view at 11, coffee on the table. 1 minute, man bad, next we needle stable. One day, stay home, girl, love yourself. Yeah, next day, bones up, fan Josh posting needle white girls in the comments that we hate Karens. Next fits ain't cool, leading all the errands, screaming. That's harassment at the drive-through curb. But we won this world on their phone like we're on today. So which is it today, queen or villain? You can't say queen has old school chillin'. I take back 8 and now queen is a Tonkin in my brain doing backflips, keeping up at all of it. They like that's racist. Can't say that erase it. Change one word, still face it. Old cow shouting, that's racist. That's great. New rules, they chase it. Spin wheel, them taste it. Whatever the case is, the phrasing, that's racist. If I say nothing, that's racist. If I say something, that's racist. If I just listen, that's racist. If I keep living, that's racist. If I agree, that's racist. If I disagree, that's racist. If I sit here, that's racist. If I drink green, probably lazy. They like that's racist. Can't say that erase it. Blink twice, song and they case it. Cold world, yeah.
sides, same phrases. Rules, same crazes. Whatever the day is, phrases. Yeah, that's racist. That's racist.
Yeah. Hands up, hands up. If you fed up, say fed up, fed up, fed up. Tax bill thick as a phone book. Road still look like a war took. Every town got a closed up storefront, but they brag on a chart like we all good. Giving sweet talk, not solutions. Same crew, same confusion. We see yachts, we see budget cuts. You see growth, we see illusions. Grandma choose mids or the heat on. Kid rides 3 buses just to be gone. Classroom packed, teacher burnt out. Governor act like it's all fine. Move on. Every year, same speech, same promise. Checks to the top, still jobless. You said progress, we saw profit. The whole state tired of that nonsense. Vote them out, say it loud. Connecticut, we done with them now. We showed up, got sold out. This November, time to throw him out. Vote them out, say it loud. From the cities to the small town crowds. We showed up, got sold out. This November, time to throw him out. He talk business, we talk rent, dude. He count millions, we count cents, dude. You see green, we see concrete. Closed parks, cut trees on our street, too. Cronies get deals in the back room. We get bills in the mail boom. You smile wide on the talk shows. We stuck in the same little bad news. Look at the trains, always delayed. Look at the schools under the pay. We ain't just mad, we engaged. We at the polls this today. This for the nurses on double shifts. This for the parents who can't afford gifts. This for the students with 10 side gigs. This for the state that you said you live for. Vote them out, say it loud. Connecticut, we done with them now. We showed up, got sold out. This November, time to throw him out. Vote them out, say it loud. From the shoreline up to the clouds. We showed up, got sold out. This November, time to throw him out. Who runs the state? We do. Who set the date? We do. Who choose the fate? We do. He had his chance, we threw. Who got the voice? We do. Who make the choice? We do. Ballot is power we use. This ain't his seat, it's ours to move. Vote them out, say it loud. Connecticut, we done with them now. We showed up, got sold out. This November, time to throw him out. Vote them out, say it loud. Every district, every block, every crowd. We showed up.
All right, we're back. Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio. Oh, you're telling him what daycare is.
Yeah.
Let's do the thing.
Yes, you do. This could very well be the stupidest person on the face of the earth.
Stupidest thing I read today comes from the Boston Globe, an opinion piece. It says, did anti-racism shift break Boston's best charter schools? Written by Stephen F. Wilson. Longtime education reformers are looking at what happened to Boston's high-performing charter schools, the ones that were actually closing achievement gaps for urban kids with longer days, strict discipline, high expectation, rigorous curricula, homework, and testing. For years, they delivered results that blew away traditional public schools. Then, the post-2020 racial reckoning hit, and suddenly, the basics of running a good school got branded as schools of oppression. The core claim is that identitarian ideology and pamphlets labeling things like perfectionism, objectivity, worship of the written word, longer school days, disciplinary systems, and standardized testing as characteristics of, wait for it, white supremacy culture infiltrated these schools. New teachers started seeing disciplined classrooms and college expectations as neo-colonialist project enforcing whiteness. So they dialed back academics, turned instruction therapeutic, foreground social inequities, even in math class, and made trauma from a racist society to the go-to excuse. Surprise, the test scores tanked harder than the charters than in the regular school district. The most ridiculous part, the widely circulated pamphlet and framing that cast basic tools for success, order, effort, measurable standards, are inherently racist, according to the pamphlet. One school apparently got told not to assign homework more than twice a week because rigor is exclusionary. That's what they did. They literally failed the kids because learning is too close to whiteness.
Did all this checking up on on socialist practices and liberal practices and how they translate across, the spectrum of what we're seeing happening in Europe and Nordic countries and the United States. And interestingly, one of the things that they stopped doing in Europe that never happened in Nordic countries was they stopped going in and regulating the schools and observing behavioral problems and things like that in the schools because their focus was on restorative justice. Let's see. Discouraging group performance reviews or behavior problems because they were racially and ethnically stereotyping, and gender identity is taken priority, removing safeguards protecting girls. So this is kind of normal.
Yeah. Yep. It is normal today. Let's take another break. Let's get some weather and traffic. Mark Christopher's back. He's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. We're back. Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio. NewsTalk 1080 WTIC. We're almost out of here.
Snackies.
Yeah, you got to get snackies.
No, you got to get the snackies.
Oh, sorry. I meant I have to get the snackies so that you can have the snackies.
Yeah. Like a gremlin right now.
Yeah. Are you familiar with James Tallarico?
Yes, Talafrico.
Yes, that's what Jesse Waters calls him.
Yeah.
So have you heard the recent scandal with him?
I think so.
Yeah. Now, it's not really a scandal, but it's important to take all of this into consideration. And I mentioned this before. We were told by African Americans who had been echoing the claims and the commentary by one Jasmine Crockett in Tubbs.
Crockett-Spit.
We made fun of that woman endlessly. And even President Donald Trump mocked the Democrats and said she is the new leader of the Democrat Party. And Democrats were forced to say, no, she's not. She is not. Which again ran afoul with her because she was like, whoa, what are you people? That's Donald Trump. You're not defending me to this guy? And they didn't. Right. And then the ultimate sabotage was when they pretty much just said, look, you are not doing yourself any favors. I know you get all the clicks and you're on all the programs and you're doing the sister girl and the rubbernecking that
not
you do with
any
the
legislation.
Yeah, but you're not right. Exactly. You're not voting anything.
Any change for your people.
The articles written about you are very scathing, that you are acting like a uppity black chick whose poo don't stink and you want to be treated like Beyonce, but you sing like a dolphin. But bottom line is that all that sister girl rubbernecking is getting us nowhere, and people are mocking you and making fun of you, even people in our own party. The only people who like you are the black folks that we don't care about anymore.
No, they've got new brown people.
We've got new brown people, right? The black people who follow you, they're not doing anything for us. Right. It's the Beyonce wing of the Democrat Party.
Right. They're already in the bag. We don't have to do anything.
Exactly. We don't have to do anything.
For them.
Right.
What was it? Vote blue no matter who.
Exactly.
So now we have to court the new brown people to make sure that they're the new
so
LBJ.
True. And the proof that she is expendable, all of that, all of that work she did for them.
From her
That's what I'm saying. But all of the work that she did for them, right? Going on television, bashing Donald Trump, curried her no favor. Dan Goldman, too. Don't forget, he's out now. Dan Goldman's about to be gone, right? And again, remember, all of the work. The guy was the superstar, the first impeachment of Donald Trump. What's it getting him today? Ousted. None of it.
Can't get coffee.
Exactly. Man, can't even get coffee. Such a great point. Can't get coffee, right? Garbage. Just garbage in, garbage out. And so they bring in Telefrico, we should call him. They bring in Tellerico. And what were we told by black folks who betrayed that black woman? They did. They betrayed that black woman. All of that, got to run for the sister girl. Black sisters need to be heard.
Right.
All of a sudden, we're not.
The Kamala crowd turned on
sister girl,
the actual black woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Turned on her and said, we got to go with the whitest white guy to win.
Right.
Right? Because we have no principles.
It's the Abigail Spanberger.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Winsome Sears, black woman. We're talking about West Indian black woman. Came from a poor family, military background. Right. They abandoned her for the albino.
Right.
Abigail Spanberger.
She's
so white.
She looks like powder with a wig.
Powder with a wig, yes.
It's so bad.
But then went with her, and nobody blinked an eye. Not one. So the so-called blacktivist stood up and said, "What are we doing?"
Obama was pro-white woman.
No kidding. Obama, well, he's kind of always been.
Kind of white dudes. I mean, women.
Yeah. So, again, completely, You said what?
White dudes.
Shut up. So, turn around, everything. Tellerico becomes the guy. They abandoned Jasmine Crockett. She is out, gone. Forget about it.
Right.
And then Tellerico comes around, and what did they tell us? He had to be chosen. Reese, he had to be chosen. Right. He is the only one who
All
can win.
they care about is having a seat. They don't care what he looks like.
That's right.
Oh, my God. Did you talk about his financial situation?
Whose?
Telefrico.
I did not know he had a financial situation.
Who does he share his only bank account with?
His mother. Oh my God, that is so true. I totally forgot that.
I did not.
He shares a bank account with his mother.
There are things a woman will never forget.
Yeah,
It is that your girlfriend is your world, your heart, your saving grace, but no one's ever seen her. Except now we have this ridiculously gorgeous woman on his arm.
Yeah, that's weird.
He shares his only, and she's a Latina, and you
Yep.
share your only bank account with your mother.
With your mother.
That's not a fracking
That's-
thing.
that's
That's
not
not
a
a thing. There's a talk about a lavender marriage.
Yes. Okay, now,
Okay,
that being said,
I
he's
digress.
running in Texas, okay?
Not a vegan anymore.
Not a vegan.
Not a
Apparently
soy boy
eats beef.
anymore.
Yeah, but then,
He eats beef.
then this audio came out.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that's, I always think of myself as a Christian who hates Christianity, right? And like I always get drawn back into it.
So he's MLK.
Dude, you can't tell people that you're a Christian who hates Christianity.
He's MLK.
Yeah, but it's worse than that. He is like a milquetoast white boy vegan who hates everything
Gay.
that Texas is, ambiguously gay. But it's no, he's not gay. Who knows if he's gay? I don't care if he's gay.
I don't care if he's gay, but consider where he's running, right? Like,
Yeah.
like we don't care if you're gay in Texas. We don't.
Nobody does.
Nobody cares, but he's still running under the guise or working under the mindset that in order to be able to win in the state of Texas, got to be a butch, heterosexual, meat-eating,
Truck driving.
truck driving, gun wrangling, redneck. And he is clearly none of those. Remember you were talking earlier, oh my gosh, what did we just watch? Playdate.
Yes.
He is the son
Yes.
of
Kevin James.
Kevin James.
Yes. Yes.
He's making all the videos
Yes.
and the TikToks, and he's jazz
handing.
He's doing,
That's what he is.
dancing, tapping.
He's a theater kid.
He's a theater kid.
Exactly.
But he's a bad theater kid because unlike Tupac, he's unable to turn it off.
Stevie V says, white, white baby. Doom, 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 doom.
Right. Brown is the new black.
Brown is-
Right.
So I wanted to get that out, but here's...
Rico Suave.
That's actually a good one. Today, you had never heard of the wrap-up smear. And I had to explain that to you today. But for those of you who have forgotten about it, Nancy Pelosi actually explained it during a press conference when she was Speaker of the House some years ago. This is her explaining the wrap-up smear. Oh, really? There it is. Right there.
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported.
Now, I got to start it over so you hear it again. Again, the wrap-up smear starts with you making a claim.
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic.
So the tactic is you say something like, Rozan beats her husband.
One time. God. Said you wouldn't take
And then
one.
someone writes, reports suggest that Rozan beats her husband. It's in the news now. And then,
legit.
what?
Now it's legit.
Now it's legit.
Gotta start beating you.
That was quick. I like that. But that's the whole point. That's the wrap-up smear. Make the smear, have it reported, now it's true. Wrap up. Real simple. Folks, get ready for the new wrap-up smear. You don't want to miss this. Ted Lieu, Donald Trump. Go.
Are up. Utility costs are up. Housing prices are up. We have a bipartisan housing bill that both the Congress and Senate passed. There was supposed to be a big signing ceremony today in the Capitol, and then all of a sudden, Donald Trump decides he's not coming to sign the bill. Well, why is that? Did he wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Is he unable to stay awake today? what's causing him to chicken out again? Is it Taco Wednesday? Or is it side effects from a drug? We don't know. This erratic behavior of the president is very concerning. He has trouble staying awake at multiple White House events and cabinet meetings. He has clearly some weakness in one of his arms. He's got swelling in his hands. And the White House needs to come clean. What we know is there's a report saying that one person in America got this special new drug. It was a 79-year-old person who was very high profile, and this drug can only be given to someone under the compassionate use provision, meaning you do that if someone basically has a terminal illness. So we need to know, did Donald Trump get this special drug from Eli Lilly? And did he get it under that provision? And if he did, why is that the case?
What?
You heard it.
What?
How does that not, like, that would make me, imagine, if I were Donald Trump, I would be livid. Like, I would be going crazy. Why? Because Ted Lieu is a nobody. This dude is a worm. He makes Chris Murphy look credible. That's how much of a worm this Ted Lieu is. He's the worthless piece of dung. But right now, having said that, there's going to be I hope no journalist worth their salt would ever repeat that and put it in a paper. I hope they ignore it. But guess what? Somebody's going to report it. And Ted Lieu is going to win that battle because guess what? And by the way, where he is, what he just stated, he can never be sued for. Never. Because he said it in Congress.
Was he on the floor?
No, you have to be in the floor or in your capacity as a civil servant. So that's what he was. Now, if he was on a podcast and he had said that, absolutely. Remember when Chris Murphy said that, Donald Trump was active in a trafficking investigation or a trafficking crime? He should have been sued there. He can still be because he said it publicly. But when he's there, when Ted Lieu is there in his official capacity, no, he has absolute immunity. But again, the objective is put that story out there. You don't have to have any evidence. Somebody who's 79 years old got this treatment, and the only person who get that treatment is a person who's terminally ill. You're putting it out there. And so now somebody will report on it.
What's the medication? What's the illness it treats? What's your evidence? Like, literally, I just walked in and saw Donald Trump kicking babies and stomping on puppies because Donald Trump hates puppies and babies.
Mm-hmm. But that was the whole thing. That's the wrap-up smear.
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic.
It's a tactic, and it's used. Stevie V says that Nancy just revealed the game plan against Donald Trump. It was always the plan.
It's not like they haven't been doing it since day one.
It is how it's done. Because, again, it doesn't matter. And you said it was a great example, right? So you can say, Donald Trump kicks babies, right? And then Donald Trump's got to prove that he doesn't kick babies.
Right.
And what's the way he's going to do it? You put a baby in front of him and see if he kicks. and even then, it's just going, yeah, but he's not kicking it because the cameras are here.
He knows the cameras are watching.
The cameras are watching. He's not going to kick a baby while we're watching.
Why not? He kicks babies. That's what he does.
Right. It's like, let's see. The baby's in front of him. Let's see if he kicks.
It's like saying Graham Plattner is not going to, inappropriately converse with a young girl on Kick because, Kick's in front of him.
Yeah, that's the smear. The objective is to put it out there and you say something so outlandish that now you make Donald Trump defend it, therefore giving the smear credibility. That's Ted Lieu. And like I said, I thought
Ted Lieu, he's a crackpot too.
I thought that Chris Murphy was awful. This dude Lieu is so worse.
What's the name of that weird Indian guy that looks like he's wearing a wig?
Oh, yeah, I can't
exactly. Remember. That's who this Lieu guy is going to be one day. It's going to be like, what was that guy?
Ted Lieu has got a long history of doing crap like this, but that's, again, that's...
Yeah, but that means that he's more of a mosquito.
Yeah. But than a worm?
Yeah.
He is. He is a gnat, I will agree. He's never been
he's
anything...
spreading the Zika virus now. We'll call it the Lieu virus.
Yeah. Stevie V said it's hard for a president to sue for slander. Yeah, it is difficult, but if you have the video evidence of it, and there you are. But again, it's just one of those things where when I saw it, I just went, I got to play this. I have to play this audio. But don't forget, tomorrow we've got much more on this. We got Scott Jennings, what Van Jones said yesterday, I should say, after all of the wins by the Democrat Socialists. We will talk about tomorrow for those who win to find the program on regular radio and do not. We will recap all of that tomorrow. Let me see. Oh, since I have time, let me say this real quick because I got a memo, or letter, I should say, from Debbie at the Salvation Army. We did a fundraiser for them at the Avon Old Farms Hotel. She writes, "Hi, Reese. Just wanted again to thank you for such a great night last Thursday. All of us were so thankful for your willingness not to only be with us for dinner, but your willingness to share your personal story. Thank you for your help in making this a great night for the Salvation Army and especially for the Marshall House. There was so much love, energy, and excitement in the room. Thanks to you. You're welcome, and thank you for saying so." In total, they raised over $57,000 at the event. Rozan was there with me, which was so much more than last year's total. So she says we are grateful. As I always say, radio is free, so we thank you for paying attention. Remember to keep JC in your hearts and in your mind. Sean Patrick, we love you and we miss you. Remember that panic is not planning, so plan your work and work your plan. Me, I'm Reese on the radio. She's Rozan on the radio. Say goodnight, Rozan.
Good night, Rozan.
We'll see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel at 2 p.m. Mark Christopher. He's getting you home. He's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. See you mañana.